God, we thank you for this day to be with family and friends.
Because everybody picked it up with the
University and for our student athletes, for safety, and for good competition and good conduct. We thank you for these gifts. We pray, amen.
Amen.
Please remain standing and remove your hats to honor America and those who support our freedom and atonement abroad. Today, the colors are being presented by the Valley Forge Military Academy and Junior Color Guard. Sean Douglas will sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by dawn's early light what so proudly hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
All right, coming back to camera one.
Whose bright and bright stars through the perilous sky. For the mighty watch was the cannon's streaming, and rockets surrounded the bombs bursting came through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner for land of free and the home of
Following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports. Since the announcement by Eastern University that football was coming in the year 2023, the expectations of this mainline university have never been higher. Welcome to Eastern University Eagles football, airing live across the JAKIB Sports Network on YouTube and live across the JAKIB Sports Radio Network, the flagship radio station of the Eastern University Eagles. Philadelphia's AM 990, The Answer. Let's go Eastern. Let's go EAGLES.
And good afternoon, everyone. A good Saturday afternoon. Your college game day starts right here across the JAKIB Sports Network as we broadcast to you live Week 3, Game 3 for Eastern University, along with my partner, Warren Schmidt, and, of course, the coach, Coach B, Coach Bernie Nowatarski. Glad to be with you today on a gorgeous Saturday afternoon here on the main line as we bring you what I think is a very, very important game, Warren, for this football team after a tough loss last week to Widener. Eastern comes in, they're 0-2, and they're playing a tough LVC squad today.
Krause, yeah, it doesn't get any easier this week with LV coming in. They're one of the top premier teams in the MAC conference this year. They have been the last couple of years. Last year was the most non-competitive game that Eastern had on the road up in Anvil when they lost 25-7. But I will say in year zero, when Eastern was all freshmen and they played a JV schedule, they went up to Anvil and actually got Eastern's first victory, not on the schedule victory, but a JV victory up at Anvil. So it's the same kids. They got to take credit in that, hey, we can beat this team. Obviously, it's going to be a huge test to beat LV.
Coach B, let me bring you in and get your initial game take on what Coach Crocker is preparing for and how's he getting his team prepared against Lebanon Valley today, who are dressed in white, and they will receive the opening kickoff.
I think they've got what they worked on probably during the week is to clean up the silly mistakes, the penalties that cost them in their drives, and then, of course, turnovers. You can't put the ball on the floor. And the one thing I sort of brought up last year, I'm anxious to see how we do in the middle eight. the last 4 minutes of the half and the first 4 minutes of the second half. That seems sometimes to be a problem area.
Here we go. Number 43 will tee it up for Easton. John Nolik, he kicks off, and the Dutchmen from LVC will have the opening possession of this afternoon's football game. And right up the gut is number 1 for LVC on a great return as he comes all the way out to the 49-yard line, his own 49-yard line. Tajon Brown on a great return for the Dutchmen.
Good kick there by John Nolik to get it deep. Even a better return though by LV. You never want to have your kicker in the midst of a tackle there. So unfortunately, LV starts in good field position.
Yeah, and it changes possibly the thought of the opening play for LVC. You could see something go deep right here off the bat since it's a short field.
LVC will take over, first down and 10. They'll start on their own 49-yard line. First quarter action just getting underway. You'll see lined up in the gun is the quarterback number 3. That's Brandon Bohannon. And out of the snap, Bohannon sweeps to the short side of the field. He gets maybe a yard, maybe not. Stopped in there by an aggressive Eastern defense. They've been so last week, and they look again like they're ready to play today.
The defense has been one of the bright spots, obviously, of this team, keeping them in games. You just love that defensive line, how they're throwing the ball. Logan McGowan in there as defensive end position, keeping the runner inside, keeping the quarterback contained.
Bohannon gets no gain on that first keeper, so call it second down and 10. Now he rolls out, pass fired, but his pass is incomplete. It'll bring up a third down.
That was really poorly thrown. I mean, he had a short receiver and a deep receiver, and he threw it in between both of them. We almost had a shot at a pick there.
Yeah, Anthony Rosner almost had a pick there. And, Coach, to your pet peeve, why do you have a right-handed quarterback rolling out to his left? It makes it a lot tougher.
I guess they think the opposite side of the defense is where it's weak. I don't get it, but he overthrew that by 10 feet.
Third down and 10. Football still on their own 49-yard line. Dutchmen all in white. They're moving from our left to right. Opening quarter, 50 seconds gone by. It's a 3rd and 10. We'll see what the offense tries to dial up. Can the defense come up with a stop? Same rollout to the opposite side of the field. The pass is complete, short of the line to gain. It'll bring up a 4th down, and the Eastern defense holds.
Yeah, well, I think they're going to go for it here. It's kind of that in-between spot. You're only going to gain 15, 20 yards if you punt.
Yeah.
But still, you like that coverage by Anthony Rosner out there, getting him to make this decision of having to go for a 4th down. I like to see bring some pressure, just stack the box, make him make a play on you. I think this defense is going to come up
well,
big here.
LVC's elected to punt the football instead of go for it. At least the punting team is out for LVC for the Dutchmen.
It's never too early for a fake.
Snap is clean. It's handled. High punt by number 16, Jeremy Boris. That's Knowles standing. He'll take a fair catch back at his 10-yard line where the offense will come out. We'll see who's at quarterback, and it'll be in 1st down and 10 for Coach Crocker and his offensive unit.
When you have a big return and come out and get a 3-man stop, I mean, you can't ask your defense for much more again.
It's surprising they punted there. That's, I think, a little testament to how Eastern defense plays, and good job there by Elijah Knowles on fielding that punt.
1st and 10 from the 10. Number 5 is the signal caller. That's Brett Knabb. Will start again today for Easton. They have a 1st down and 10 after a 3-and-out for the Dutchmen. Snap the Knabb out of the gun, really up straight up the gut. Not much there, if anything at all. Bring up a 2nd down. Stingy play by the LVC defense. They do get a couple on the play. 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, talking to Nate Henkel, the offensive coordinator, assistant head coach, I think he's going to open up a little bit today. I think that the offense has looked good at times, but the offense really needs to exert their will in this game and have some sustaining drives and at least flip the field and not have many 3-and-outs so this defense can rest.
It's not like they look bad. They just got to sustain and cut out the mistakes.
Knabb looking over to his side, has the play. 2nd and 8, 12:41. Eastern moving our right to left. We're opening quarter on a Saturday afternoon. Knabb, quick pass, pitch and catch complete over on the far side of the field, out to about the 18-yard line.
I like them getting Eddie Swinton involved in the game early.
Yep.
I really, we call him big play Swinton because he's a dynamic player. He's made some tough catches over the middle. Really love to see him on that outside get some green grass to run in, and have Nav get him the ball.
And these are the third down yardage amounts you want to work with
They're
instead
playing
of being
in front of
behind the sticks.
Exactly. They're playing in front of the sticks, Coach.
3rd down and 2. Football now on the 18-yard line, 12-minute mark, opening quarter, no score, first possession for the Eagles. Nav keeps the football. He's straight up. He's got room. He's at the 25, 30, and he's out over the 35-yard line, or out to the 34-yard line. Good enough for a first down. A good read on the RPO for Nav, and he moves the sticks.
I'm going to tell you, he wasn't going to hand that off no matter what it was. He was taking that.
He's a tough kid, as we know, but he made the right choice and that RPO, and that's a tough thing. What do I do, especially on a big 3rd down? Huge play there for the offense to keep the sticks moving, get a big first down in their first drive.
Spot the football at the 33-yard line, first down and 10, 11:21 remaining. Opening quarter. Here it's Eastern University football across the JAKIB Sports Network. Now Nab out of the gun. Empty backfield. Nab dropping, firing over in front of his own bench. The pass is complete. We'll see if he got it in before he stepped out of bounds. Number 8 on the end of that pass, Isaiah Guy Bruton, and he does get his feet down, and he is in. Good to move the sticks, first down.
And that's a tough pitch and catch. I mean, that's a timing route. I saw him working on that at pregame. Great to see them translate that pregame into the game. Great call there by Nate Hinkle in the box. I love that on first down, getting the ball downfield.
Yep, there wasn't a lot of room there to catch that and finish that play. So, yeah, and to open it up on first down is even bigger.
First down and 10. Football now out on the 47-yard line of Eastern. This drive started on their own 10. 1st and 10. 10:28 remaining opening quarter. Snap, the Nab flag comes in. They whistle blow it dead before the play gets a chance to get underway.
And again, Isaiah Guy Bruton, one of the receivers on the roster, that's just a big catch. He kept his feet in bounds. Perfect spot by Nab. That's a great confidence builder for Nab to get the ball downfield. Just checks all the boxes for this offense. And then here's one of those self-inflicted wounds, a penalty.
Yeah, you're working behind the sticks on first down. So you don't got to get it all back on the play, but you want to move up into a comfortable zone.
3 receiver set for Eastern. They'll run with Smith, Bruton, and then closest to the bench, number 1, Eddie Switten. 1st and 15, football back on the 42-yard line. Here comes Vervillion. He's got room on the outside. He crosses midfield, and then he's knocked up out of bounds, but a good run by Jeremiah as he cracks into the Dutchmen territory, and will bring up a 2nd down. Good first down carry by Jeremiah.
I know Coach said it reminds him of Barry Sanders, but I'll tell you, he is really an elusive running back. He runs hard. He runs to the point of contact. That's a great call, first down, especially how it works.
He runs well with his eyes. He sees it. He waits. And when I said about Barry Sanders, he has that hot move.
The shift.
He'll go sideways.
He makes guys miss.
2nd down and 4. Football on the 48 of the Dutchman. High snap. Nab's able to handle. Fires pass over the middle. It's deflected, tipped up in the air, and then that pass is intercepted. The shot from Nab was behind the intended receiver. That was Dom Franks. Football went straight up in the air, and it's picked off by LVC.
And I'll tell you, as a defensive back, you're never going to get easier pick than that, and that's why you do the tip drill. And that wasn't even a tip drill. That was like a backward lateral, ball straight in his hands. But
I don't
like, but what are you going to do? You're trying to get the ball downfield.
I don't like the choice of receiver that time. He threw it in, and actually, if you see that play in replay, there were 3 players around our receiver. So that means somebody else probably had a better look.
And these white jerseys are pretty sweet by Lev Val. He's got to be able to see that that's triple coverage and go somewhere else.
So 1st down and 10, football on the 36-yard line, 9:25 remaining here in the opening quarter. Coach B, you hate to see a drive that started back at their own 10 come to a sudden stop. Nab and the offense, good play calling, good execution, which make the play calling look good. And then it ends in, of course, in that turnover.
Well, you take out of what took place in that drive, they at least showed they can move the ball against this defense. You've just got to cut out penalties and you can't turn the ball over. But a good drive for the offense.
Well, the whole week they've been talking about Coach Crocker on his coach's show on JAKIB Media Sports Network. Was talking about we got to eliminate the turnovers. And that's one thing that obviously you can't have with a young team.
1st down now and 15. Direct snap is out to, looks like 23 is Luke Meese. Hope I get that right going off of the roster. Direct snap to him, picks up 4, gets back to a yard short of the original line of scrimmage following the penalty. So second down and 11. Football now out to the 35. Number 3 is Brandon Bohannon. He is the signal caller. He is the quarterback. He's a fifth-year senior, or he's a senior, 6 foot, 184, standing in the gun. Second down and 11, 8:47. Now he rolls over in front of towards the Eastern bench. Pass is complete, short, knocked out of bounds. Number 16 on the end of that pitch and catch. That's Jeremy Boers to bring up a third down.
And that's how you want your defensive backs to come up. Tahir Jackson Alston, as well as Kashawn Moody on that, to make it a third and long. And the play before that, great to see Chris Forte, the inside linebacker, and Drew Beckford, the linebackers, sealing that hole. I think this defense has been playing really well.
Third down and 4, 8 minutes, 15 seconds remaining. Left to right go the Dutchmen. Their second possession of the afternoon, still no score. Bohannon out of the gun. Now he rolls again. Pass complete, out in front. First down, out around the midfield range. Good enough for a first down, and the Dutchmen pick up their first down of the game.
He just found his place in his zone.
Yeah, that's just a veteran team providing the protection for the quarterback and finding an open receiver.
Right back up to the line. First down and 10. Snap the football. Here comes Malachi Williams. Runs to the short side of the field. Does get positive yardage on the first down carry. Busts the 45. Gets down to the 44-yard line where he'll bring up a second down. Dutchmen on the move. Second down and 5, 7:05 remaining, clock on the move. Bohannon in at the gun. Clean snap. Back, fires, pass complete on the end. Number 9 is Horton. Horton has it, and it looks like he may have picked up another first down. They'll move the sticks. They're on the move, the Dutchmen.
Yeah, it's amazing that Coach Crocker talks about it all the time, his compete level. This defense is just running around, trying to make plays. Salif Nakima from his defensive end position, running back 15 yards. Jalen Allen is defensive tackle, running back. I mean, there's always hats to the ball. They just need to make some players, and they're not getting these chunk yards. Right, Coach?
Yeah, they left them in. That was their first true drop back pass, and we were actually way too far off.
Number 9 was Deshaun Watson on the end of that pitch and catch. Here comes the quarterback behind him. He keeps the football, has room straight up the gut behind the center, gets good positive yardage on the first down carry. It'll bring up a second down, 5 on the carry. So 2nd and 5 from the 31, right at the 6-minute mark, opening quarter. Still no score.
That wasn't a true RPO. It looked like, though, he did have the option to pitch to the back to the left.
And the issue's been it's the linebackers making the plays instead of the defensive tackles are occupying the center guards, but need to get these linebackers up a little bit.
22 now in the backfield, Bohannon, but he takes a shot down the middle. He had a wide open receiver, the big tight end, Will Ryan, number 87, hit him right where it's not supposed to, right in the hands, and he drops it, a break for Eastern.
We definitely fell for the ball fake.
Yeah, and he looks like more of a blocking tight end, luckily, than a receiving tight end. We had that receiving tight end week 1. That week 1, that's a touchdown.
He's a Fleetwood kid.
Third down and 5, football on the 31. 5:34 remaining, 24 in the backfield is Malachi Williams. Your quarterback, number 3, is Brandon Bohannon. He's the senior. He's in the gun. See if Eastern can get a stop here. You're listening to Eastern football across the JAKIB Sports Network. Bohannon keeps the football, gets more than enough is needed to move the sticks. Direct snap right to him. He keeps the football. Looks like that was the play call, and he gets the first down, Coach.
He had the choice of throwing for the first down or running. When everyone bailed, he took the run.
10-yard carry for the quarterback. Good enough for a first down. Now 1st and 10. Football on the 21. We're at the 5-minute mark. The Dutchmen knocking on the door. Bohannon out of the gun. Pass complete. That's number 9, Deshaun Wilson again. Knocked out of bounds.
Down here, your corners have got to tighten up. You can't sit back and wait because they're going to put it in front of you.
Yeah, that was just too easy of a pitch and catch there for Lev Val. Obviously, this quarterback, he's a good multi-threat runner, passer. Tough matchup for this defense so far.
2nd down and 3, gain of 7. Football on the 14. Bohannon in it, quarterback. Malachi Williams to his left. Now Bohannon gives the football back to Malachi Williams, and a great defensive play for Eastern, number 91 there to snuff that out. That's Nardo Murphy with a great play on defense.
And that's what you need. You need your defensive end. You need those tackle for losses to get in your stat column. But that's a big play. You're right, Krause, by Nardo Murphy.
5-yard loss. 3rd down and 8. Football back now on the 19. 4:02 remaining, clock on the move.
You've got to go with what you think their strength is here. It's either going to be a rollout pass and he's going to tuck it and run if he doesn't have anything.
Bohannon, you're right on, coach. Keeps the football, gets past an Eastern defender there, and then runs forward, picks up enough to move the sticks and picks up a 1st down.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker right there. 3rd and long.
They
quarterback runs.
They didn't give him the first.
Oh, they did get him down short, so it'll be a 4th down. He comes up short. Look to me from my bench.
Are we actually going to have a measurement?
No.
Look from here that he did get the line to gain for the 1st down, but it is short.
I mean, I'd be asking for one, but no, we're not going to get one. And no way their field goal kicker's coming out.
So 4th and 1, football on the 11. Opening quarter, Eastern University football across the JAKIB Sports Network. Bohannon, he's going to run for the football. He's got it. He's got more than he needs. He's got the 1st down, and he's got the touchdown for LVC. The Dutchman and the senior quarterback waited patiently, waited for it to open up, and then walked into the end zone.
Yeah, that was just, when they get down that far, they're going to go for it on 3rd down or on 4th down there. Veteran offensive line, big offensive line. I think just these long sustaining drives are not good for the Eastern University defense.
And you've got a senior quarterback that knows what he's doing and quite capable of running the ball.
44 is Tim Kissinger. He'll come in for the extra point following the Bohannon touchdown. Snap, down, kick, up, kick is blocked and no good. So Eastern gets off the field by blocking the extra point, and it's no good. Your score as we go to our first commercial break across the JAKIB Sports Network. It is LVC 6, Eastern, no score. Back in a moment.
I chose Eastern University because I could earn my master's in counseling fully online. Because they offer so many teaching certification options.
Because the school nurse certification is only 4 courses.
Because I could get my MBA fully online in 1 year.
Because I'm a working adult and the professors were so supportive.
Because of the beautiful campus.
What will be your because? Explore all the reasons to love Eastern University at eastern.edu.
You're listening to Eastern University football, live across the JAKIB Sports Network. Let's get back to the broadcast with Warren Schmidt, Bernie Nowatarski, and Joe Krause.
And back here live on the main line, opening quarter, Eastern Eagle football across the JAKIB Sports Radio Network on the 2nd possession following that turnover by Eastern. LVC was able to put together a long drive, coach, get down and punch it in to take an early lead. They miss on the extra point and have 6 up on the board, 2:48 remaining here in the first quarter.
Well, you know what I caught there after the block? Coach Crocker, instead of getting all excited about a blocked extra point, went after one of his players because he almost got a 15-yard personal foul for doing stuff after the play. And he immediately addressed it the whole way that young man was coming off the field. So as far as him raising his hands for the extra point, he was more concerned about a penalty.
Now 1st down and 10 for Brett Knapp and the offense off the RPO, and 1st and 10. Knapp keeps the football. Not much there. He will get positive yardage. He'll pick up 2, bring up 2nd down and 8.
And coach, last year he would have gone too much and had the personal foul.
Yeah.
So they keep learning. Back to the kickoff. Jaden Johnson, good return there to get the Eastern offense in good field position. Again, we're going to sound like a broken record today. The offense needs to instill their will, get some drives and move the sticks, flip the field here, and try to come away with some points.
2nd down and 8 now for Knapp and the offense. Knapp's pass
no.
is complete. Oh, no, it comes
Same
out.
thing.
Are they saying it?
His knee was down when he caught it, but same thing. It came out of the receiver's hands, straight into the defenders.
Oh, man, talk about a bad bounce for Eastern. You don't want to see that there.
No, and you know what I don't like is that goes down as an interception for Knapp.
Right.
And it wasn't. That's the receiver. Also noticed on the kickoff, Rivera wasn't back.
I'm not sure.
He's been a solid returner.
Really good.
This season.
Both returners have been really good. Elijah and Rivera have been really good.
Yeah, that's a back-breaking turnover there.
And this is, again, the defense needs to try to hold these guys with no points here, or a minimum field goal try.
So 1st down and 10 for the Dutchmen. Bohannon in at quarterback, out of the gun, takes a shot down the field. His pass is complete, and it is caught down at the 11-yard line.
You know what? Our corners either play really, really well or they get caught looking in the backfield. Now, he got caught at about the 11, 12-yard line watching the quarterback, and the receiver got 4 yards behind him.
24-yard pickup, 1st down and 10, football on the 11. Bohannon is the quarterback. Malachi Williams, number 24 in white, to his left. Bohannon's going to keep the football again. He's been doing that. He is stopped as they swarm on defense this time. Not anywhere near the opportunity for Bohannon to get past the line of scrimmage. He does pick up 2. So from the 11 to the 9, 2nd down and 8.
He's going to pitch one of those.
Yeah, but good play in there by defensive tackle Maurice Kelly, the 6'2", 250-pound defensive tackle out of Philly. Nice to see these guys making plays and chasing the ball down.
Yeah, because we're running down the first quarter, and we're already repeating what we said last year. The defense has been out on the field almost the whole quarter.
And limit turnovers. Yeah. And they've had 2 turnovers.
2nd and 8, 40 seconds. Clock on the move. Bohannon snaps, rolls, looks into the end zone, has an open man. It's into the end zone for a touchdown, but a flag comes in, and that probably will come back. 15 on the end of that reception for the touchdown, but hold on.
I don't know if they're mic'd. It's going to be 75.
Was he going against Logan McGowan there? Yeah, that's what you want from your defensive line. Just
chop block. I knew 70. I knew 75. I thought it was a hold, but he called a chop block.
So the touchdown comes off the board. Break for Eastern, wide open, by the way. In the end zone for LVC was number 15, Strauss. He got into the end zone for the touchdown, but that is eliminated. It's a 15-yard penalty. It still remains 2nd down, but it's a lot longer now.
And that might have been Cole Jones out there, the defensive end position, linebacker position, trying to get to the quarterback. And that's what you want to see. We talk about it all the time, the effort, the compete level. This team's competing, and you get that penalty. It takes a touchdown off the board. Good job, Cole.
2nd down now and 23. Football on the 24, so they can still pick up a first. Bohannon keeps the football. He's stopped. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but a good play. Number 99 on defense, Maurice McCray, makes the stop for Eastern.
And then Cole Jones again in on the stop. So as well as Jalen Allen, that defensive tackle. Great to see that defensive line, the 4 of those guys creating some pressure on this quarterback.
Yeah, you said it at the start of this. If they get out of this drive with anything less than 3 would be really big for us.
And the first quarter now comes to a close here across the JAKIB Sports Network. You're listening to Eastern University football. We'll pause for a 30-second break. Your score at the break, LVC 6, Eastern, no score.
It's fall, which means you're probably hearing a lot of
Pumpkin spice lattes are everything.
I just love sweater weather.
Football's back, baby.
Oh, check out the gorgeous colors on that tree.
I'm loving my MBA program at Eastern University.
That's right. Fall means back to school, and it's not too late. You can jump into Eastern University's MBA program every 7 weeks. Earn your degree fully online and finish in just 1 year. Apply today in as little as 15 minutes at eastern.edu/MBA.
If you own a company and you're not producing a podcast, you're missing out. The public consumes messaging when they're ready. Join the professional podcast network of companies and let JAKIB Media Partners put you in the podcast arena. Come to our professional studio, or we'll come to your place of business and professionally produce your company podcast. Call JAKIB Media right now at 267-261-3428. 267-261-3428.
You're listening to Eastern University Football, live across the JAKIB Sports Network. Let's get back to the broadcast with Warren Schmidt, Bernie Nowatarski, and Joe Krause. Let's go Eastern. Let's go EAGLES.
Referees need to pay attention that the dance team's on the field.
And back here live on the main line, second quarter action set to go as they flip the field. It'll be a 2nd down and 23 for the Dutchmen, or 3rd down rather, for the Dutchmen. Now moving our right to left, knocking on the door after that interception from Nab. Bohannon keeps the football, but he is going to be stopped out. 99 again for the defense is Maurice McKay. 2 big plays on this drive by McKay. Bohannon actually may have lost a yard on that, but a good play by the defense.
Yeah, good pursuit by the defense. They ran 2 verticals and 2 outs, and we had them all 4 shut down.
Salif Nakima was in on that. That's coach. That 3rd and long there. That's one of those plays you circle. Say, hey, we got to win this play. We took a touchdown off the board. Now they're going to force them into a field goal. Great job by this defense.
40.
It's one of those 5 big plays of the game.
44, Tim Kissinger, the junior, who missed the point after, had it blocked after the touchdown in the first quarter. He's on to attempt the field goal. The kick is down, the kick is up, and the kick is no good. So Eastern survives as Kissinger misses that field goal. Score remains LVC, the Dutchmen 6, Eastern coming back out for their first possession of the second quarter.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to 2 of those coaches that are helping make that happen. Deion Henry, special teams coordinator and defensive backs coach with Keita Crispina. Huge play there on special teams to force that longer field goal than they thought, and it misses. And then Corey Davis, defensive coordinator, really dialed up a good defense there to limit LV on moving the ball.
3 drives and 2 stops, and that's a huge drive to stop there after a turnover deep in your own end.
Here we go, 1st down and 10 for Eastern. Nab in the backfield, hands the football off. Number 6 on the carry, that's Quadir Gibson, and Gibson gets positive yardage. He's marked short of the 30. It'll bring up a 2nd down. They give him 2. 2nd down and 8. Second quarter just underway. Gibson remains in the game. Brett Nab is your quarterback.
Coach, this is when you have to have a short memory. Brett's just got to push a refresh button and keep getting the ball downfield.
Yep.
Swinton lined up close to the bench. Nab now is going to keep the football out over the 30. Crosses over the 35-yard line before he steps out of bounds.
Well, again, it's a very manageable 3rd down.
And Coach, in years past, Brett would have been tackled for a loss, and this would be 3rd and 9. You're exactly right. 3rd and manageable right here. This is almost 4-down territory, potentially. 3rd and really short. They need to come up with this big 1st down.
3rd and 2 for the offense. 48, the big fullback, or the big top, Braden Curry, checks into the lineup. 3rd and 2, football on the 35, 12:52 remaining second quarter, 6-0 LVC. Straight up the gut is Gibson again. doesn't get it. It doesn't look like it'll bring up a fourth down, or did he get it?
Yeah.
Yes, he did. So he did get the first down. Didn't mean to cut you short there, Quadir. Good enough for the move the sticks, first down and 10.
He got a pretty good lunge at the end of the run when he was being tackled.
He's a big kid. He's a different matchup than Avrilian. I really like that. It's almost like that 1-2 punch. What was that? The Pony Express back in the day, Craig James and Craig Dickerson. Really big running back and then a real shifty running back. Great to see them have that depth on the offense that they can put different guys in. They can both make plays.
Curry stays in. Avrilian now will line up behind Nab. Gibson comes out. 1st and 10. Football on the 37. Here comes Jeremiah Avrilian over the 40. He's busting over the 45-yard line. Gets out close to the sticks. Good run by Jeremiah. Offense now on the move.
Good run, bad spot.
Yeah, bad spot. But I love that run by Jeremiah Avrilian. He's from Miami area.
I was thinking
he's down from Miami. Coach Eric McNally, I think, helped Coach Crocker go down there and get him. And hats off to Jeremiah coming up to Pennsylvania. Get to see the trees start changing colors and everything. And might see some snow for the first time. But I really like how he runs.
Offensive Player of the Week a week ago in the game against the Widener Pride. 1st down and 10. 11:22 remaining.
They did give him the first.
Now the snap, short pitch and catch, passes to Dan Foy. I know you love Dan Foy, Warren. Nowhere to go for Dan. He caught it behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yardage on that play. So they go from 1st and 10 to 2nd down and 13. They go from the 47 back to the 44. 11 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
With him being from Miami, I was going to give you the Zonka kick.
I like that. I like that even better. I'm an old Dolphins fan, so that's even a better analogy. No one knows who we're talking about.
I know.
2nd down, 13, 10:42. Left to right come the Eagles. Here comes Avrilian, 45. He's over midfield. He stays on his feet, pulls and bangs his way. Hard running from Jeremiah. Crosses over midfield. Not short of the first down marker, but a good run.
Great read there on the RPO by Brett Knapp of handing that off and not taking it. I think Brett would have been tackled for a loss because that's Jeremiah gets positive yards. Getting back to Floyd, last week, he had played for Widener. Transfers here to Eastern when they're only graduate student on the roster. Had a really big game. I like how he gets downfield, makes tough catches. It's a great problem for Nate Hinkle to have some interchangeable receivers that come in and make plays.
This, to me, is one of the 5 or 6 big plays now in this half.
3rd down and 5, just under 10. Let's see what Nab will do. He's up out of the gun, high snap. He handles it. He's under pressure. He's hit when he throws the football. Looks like he was looking for Elijah Knowles, and that pass is broken up and falls incomplete. That'll bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, now
he was under pressure too.
When a quarterback's under pressure, it makes it a lot tougher. So, but here comes our getting back to players of the game, special teams player of the game. Last week, John Westfield. We're going to give a little shout out to Sean McNamara, the long snapper, who's getting him the ball. Been a really good snapper, and hopefully, I didn't give him the announcer jinx here.
4th and 5. Eastern will punt the football away. 9:44 remaining second quarter. LVC has 1 touchdown up on the board with a failed point after, so they lead by 6. High snap is handled by Westfield, aiming for the corner. We'll see if it bounces in and where they actually mark it. It looks like he's down at the 11-yard line. I'll take it. Good punt from John.
Great punt. He has so far this season, he has 3 inside the 20. And I was talking to him pregame. He's like, I'm getting him inside the 10 today. Got it right to the 11. That's a great play there by John and the whole special teams.
He may need to speed up just a hair, as that almost got blocked.
Well, he's on the baseball team. The long snapper's on the lacrosse team as well. There's a lot of dual sport athletes on this team, which is great to see. Sean McNamara didn't play football. Someone heard that, hey, you played long snapper in high school. Why don't you come out? Has come out and done a really nice job and helped solidify this special teams group.
So 1st down and 10, football on their own 11-yard line, 9:35 remaining here in the second quarter. It's game day football on a Saturday across the JAKIB Sports Network. Number 3, Brandon Bohannon calling the shots for LVC. Takes a shot down the field, wide open receiver Malachi Williams, and that pass is complete out to the 37-yard line. Great pass from Bohannon to his tailback.
It's the second time they've run that play. He throws a real hard pitch fake and then goes downfield, and we're locking in on his eyes and coming up instead of staying with receivers.
1st and 10 out to the 32. Now he rolls right over in front of his own bench. Pass fires is incomplete. A bullet from Bohannon, tough to catch. Even if it was catchable, Bohannon fired that and it's incomplete.
But the defense did a really good job. Andrew Campbell and Chris Forte came up and the quarterback could not get outside. He had to rush that throw. Good coverage back there by Anthony Rosner. But this defense has not really given up a lot of chunk yards like that play. It's been methodical drives that has hurt this defense. So they limited those big chunk yards, which is good to see. Defense needs to keep coming up big in this game.
You just got to not fall for the play action. I mean, you got to keep your eye on receivers first.
You got to love the Eastern defense knowing the rules. They just willed these officials into charging a little 5-yard penalty here.
So instead of 2nd down and 10 from the 37-yard line, no officials will mark off 5 against the Dutchmen. So it'll be 2nd and 15 back to the 32-yard line.
I always feel better when Moody's in. He's on the sideline at the moment.
2nd and 15. Right to left for Bohannon on the offense. Clean snap, pulls the football down. He keeps the football. He runs straight up the gut, gets back up over the 40-yard line, out to the 41-yard line, short of the line to gain for the 1st down, but he gets back the penalty and more. It'll bring up 3rd and 6. Gain of, was that 9 on that play?
Yeah, well, Logan McGowan on that. Chris Forte made the tackle. I'm sure they were led to the tackle a little earlier. But still, those guys were short-handed tacklers, didn't get any additional yards.
3rd and 6, football now on the 41. 23 is Grimm. He goes in motion. Here comes Bohannon. He's going to keep again. He accelerates and picks up the 1st down. He patiently waits, coach. He waits, and then he explodes through that line, picks up a 1st down.
Yeah, you have to know he's going to keep the ball in his hands.
So it gets out to midfield. So 1st and 10 now for Lebanon Valley. Right at the midfield mark. 7:53 remaining 2nd quarter. Still Lebanon Valley up by a touchdown, 6-zip. See what Brandon Bohannon dials up here. Out of the gun, takes a shot down the field. He's got a wide open receiver. He's got him. Did he catch it in bounds? We'll wait and see. He did, and that pass is complete down to the 21-yard line. Get me a number if you can on the end of that reception.
17,
looks like 17.
17 is Riley Stahl, who brought that catch in. Good ball from Brandon Bohannon.
Another double move route.
Our corners have got to get their eyes out of the backfield.
Now Bohannon quickly snaps the football, keeps the football, runs positive yards. Football's out, picked up, it's turned over, and Eastern has the football. That's number 5 on defense who's got it.
Sam Shell.
Sam Shell picks it up, and a turnover, an unexpected turnover, and we'll take it as LVC was knocking on the door.
I was actually going to mention his name before. They put him back there at safety. He's a linebacker. They put him back at safety. Some of these places coming up, he's laying a lick, and then they get laid lick down there. Great job. Usually you tell people to fall on the ball, but it bounced right up to him, coach, and then he just came and got some positive yards.
Bohannon made a really good run for LVC and took a shot from our defenders. I mean, he's getting hit hard when he's running, and that time it came out. So big play, another big stop for the defense.
Coach Crocker talked about the ability of this defense to have turnovers on his coach's show. 1st down and 10. 6 on the carry is Quadir Gibson.
We dropped the ball now.
Oh, no.
Don't get talked into it.
He was down.
Now they got their fingers up.
Down.
Gibson rolled down, bring up a 2nd down. Does get positive yardage, 3. So 2nd down and 7. Football on the 38-yard line.
Player down. If they can get out of this half 6-0 or even us 7-6, would be huge. But our defensive coordinators, when they get the kids in at halftime, have got to talk to the corners. They have got to get their eyes out of the backfield. They're covering a receiver until they see somebody cross the line of scrimmage.
Remember,
stop looking in the backfield.
And remember, we talked about this with Coach, and then the three of us talked about it before we came on the air with the pregame show. LVC thumped Stevenson at home a week ago, and if you thump Stevenson 37-7, your offense is doing something right. Stevenson's a tough out at any place, whether they're home or on the road.
Coach said that wasn't a competitive game from the coin toss, which is against Stevenson is saying something. So for what Eastern's doing right now, they're going to keep gaining confidence. It's great to have your defense get a takeaway there. But last week they had a pick six.
Yeah.
Right. So the defense scored last week. Hopefully Kashawn Moody's okay. He wasn't in that series.
It looked like they just took him out on the play on that particular
I
play.
think they're rotating guys in, which is great to see. That the depth of this program is starting to correlate to getting more guys on the field, so you're not worn out in that third and fourth quarter. Last week they have a pick six for a touchdown, huge turnover there. Offense needs to come in. To your point, Coach, get some points here.
Stick around for the JAKIB Sports halftime show today. Very special guest will join us. We'll introduce you to the running backs coach. Amanda Ruler will play that interview that we had with Amanda before kickoff today. We'll also talk to her. Warren, you got some good conversation with her about her journey, and also women's flag football, which gets underway at Eastern in March of 2025. So we look forward to that. What a great career and path Amanda has had. She is unbelievable. I learned so much about persistence, drive, and excellence from Amanda Fuller in 12 minutes. Amanda Ruler, I'm sorry.
For how young she is, wow. She just knocked our socks off in the interview of how impressive she is, not only as a coach, but to be able to tell people about what she's done in her journey and how she's going to be creating the women's flag football team here at Eastern. Impressive young woman, and I'm sure Coach Crocker's just so excited to have her on the staff. Again, another great hire there by Eric McNally.
It's also hitting the high school, the girls' flag.
She has 500 recruits already in her database.
That's awesome.
Officials are making their way to the replay tent, so while they do that, we'll pause for 30 seconds. You're listening to Eastern University football across the JAKIB Sports Radio Network. Back in a moment.
I get scared sometimes.
Of a lot of things.
Joining in.
Decisions.
The dark.
The dark.
But I once heard someone say,
But as I always say,
it's okay to be afraid.
as long as you face the fear.
And keep moving forward.
Wherever you are in life, count on the name trusted in insurance for over 80 years. Independence Blue Cross.
It's fall, which means you're probably hearing a lot of
Pumpkin spice lattes are everything.
I just love sweater weather.
Football's back, baby. Oh, check out the gorgeous colors on that tree.
I'm loving my MBA program at Eastern University.
That's right. Fall means back to school, and it's not too late. You can jump into Eastern University's MBA program every 7 weeks. Earn your degree fully online and finish in just 1 year. Apply today in as little as 15 minutes at eastern.edu/MBA.
You're listening to Eastern University football, live across the JAKIB Sports Network. Let's get back to the broadcast with Warren Schmidt, Bernie Nowatarski, and Joe Krause.
And we're back here live on the main line, second quarter action, week number 3, MAC conference game today, LVC, Lebanon Valley College. The Dutchmen come to the main line, third straight game at home being played in this brand new, in this new stadium, and we can't talk enough about it. If you're just tuning in to today's game for the very first time, boy, it is great to see when we drive up and arrive early in the morning and they're getting this field and this stadium ready to go to play some football. They've done a great job, Warren.
Krause and Lev Val, to their credit, really travel well. They had a bunch of people set up to tailgate. They tailgate really well at their place.
A big roster showed up on a couple of buses,
big
too,
roster.
for sure.
They travel well, but you know what? what's great to see is the Eastern getting used to tailgating. I know the parents group led by John Nolick's parents, they have a tailgate after the game for the kids. They get, food and everything for the guys after the game. They're starting to really build something. We got the food trucks here. I'll tell you, if you're looking for an entertaining value at noon on Saturdays when there's a home game here, bring the family out here. It's really a great environment and really good football.
Have we been invited to any of those tailgates to check out?
We are invited to that one. I went over this morning and got the invite, so you can rate the food.
All right.
They got Chick-fil-A for you, Coach.
Meanwhile, back here, as we're waiting for the second quarter to resume, Coach, this first year of replay at this level has plenty of challenges. One, I wonder, is it doesn't appear to be any sort of clock or any sort of time that the officials have to review the play. Now, granted, I know it's limited based on cameras, but that's part of the problem.
Probably the big problem is, it certainly isn't NBC or CBS where you're getting, 15 camera angles. And I'm guessing when the young man for LVC went down with the leg cramp, they figured why not throw the challenge flag on the fumble.
So the good thing about for Eastern is that they ruled it they ruled it second down. So there has to be what we hear is it has to be irrefutable.
It has to be able to overturn it.
To overturn it. And there's no way with that scrum there and this one field angle, if this ref rules this, I'm not sure if Coach Crocker's going to have that tent there at our next home game.
Well, we'll find out in about 10 seconds. Here we go as the officials emerge.
Further review was ruled down. And on the field call has been confirmed. Second down.
So they confirm that Eastern keeps the football. That was Quadir Gibson.
They do take a timeout then as well, right?
From LV.
From
right?
LVC.
Yes.
And we did win the toss at the start of the game, so we will get the ball in the second half. And again, we're getting into that area. I said the last 4 minutes of the half and the first 4 minutes of the second half. What can we do here? We score here with under 4 minutes.
Coach, you hit nail right on the head. The 4 minutes to 8 minutes, 4 and 4. You're right. As a coach, you need to win that 8 minutes.
Second down and 7, football on the 38-yard line. I'm sorry.
That's
Coach.
all right, because we can control the ball during those 8 minutes and points.
Nab now back in, 2nd and 7, football on the 38. Now the officials will wait for the whistle and the start. Here we go. Jeremiah Villiam will line up to the right of Nab. Left to right go the Eastern Eagles. Here comes Jeremiah. He'll run to the far side of the field. He'll get off the edge. He's got more. He's got the first down.
There's
He's hit hard.
Flag.
And a late flag. He was out of bounds. Flag comes in after the play. Boy, he got off that edge, got around the corner, and was streaking down the sideline. Late hit, so they'll take the. Hate to see the late hit. We'll take the penalty.
It was a Steve Austin cross check to the chest. I mean, he came right across with.
I'll tell you, Jeremiah Brilliant just seems to be running different. He's been a really good running back all year and last year too. But he seems like he's got a second gear here today. He is moving.
Hope this isn't offsetting.
Let's see what we got.
And then
after the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. They hit out of bounds, 15 yards. The penalty will also be enforced. Automatic first down.
That's the big part of that penalty, that they get the first down, the automatic first down.
So in theory, we actually lost 3 yards.
Lost 3 yards,
but got a first.
Picked up the first down.
We'll take the first down. But that's too bad because that was a really good run there by Jeremiah Brilliant.
And he hopped right up from the hit as well.
And it was just one of those, it's tough to lay off there as a former defensive back when a guy's going that fast and the layoff. But that was a clear cut. He was out of bounds. You got to lay off that player there.
Yeah.
All right, so let's reset. 1st and 10, football on the 42-yard line. 6:21 remaining, second quarter. LVC, the Dutchmen, Lebanon Valley College have a 6-0 lead. Your quarterback is Nab. Nab takes a shot over the middle. Pass is incomplete. Bring up a second down.
Yeah,
Dan Foy was that intended
he's
receiver.
Trying to get it to Foy. I think that would have been a tough completion. I would like to, what Coach sometimes says, don't go for the home run here. Get some chunk yards. Get some 5, 10 yard, 5 to 8 to get those yaks, and all of a sudden you have a first down.
The
Don't go for
downfield,
those
the
home
downfield
runs.
middle passes right now, they're throwing into 2 deep safeties over the top. So you've got to get into the curl area and to the outs.
2nd and 10, football on the 42. 3 receivers set to the right, far side or near side of the field. Nab keeps the football, not much, if anything at all. Runs to the short side of the field over in front of the LVC bench. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, this is one of those plays I'd like to get the slot receiver, Nasik Smith, involved in and involved in the game. He's a dynamic player. Been making some big plays in the first 2 games, as well as we have Jeremiah in there or Elijah Knowles in there. Like to get the ball to those guys in the middle of the field.
I'd like to see him going out and up when they have the 2 deep safety. Send someone through to the safety and up somebody.
Their safeties are playing 25 yards deep.
Elijah Knowles, number 9, into the lineup, 3rd and 9. He'll line up closest to us in front of his own bench. 5:17 remaining. Big 3rd down. Would love to see him convert. Pass over the middle.
Throw the flag
to Knowles, and that flag is coming in. Wow, did Knowles get hit after the play?
He might. I don't know if they're going to use that as targeting, or unless it just says unnecessary roughness.
That was a no doubt about a call. I think that's even a call back in when you and I played.
That could be if it could be an ejection if they go with targeting.
Right. Yeah, Elijah took a pretty big lick there. Hopefully, he just got the wind knocked out of him. Hopefully, it did not hit him in the head.
Number 6, Ryan Englite from LVC.
Elijah's sitting up. That's a really good sign.
Made the hit after the play.
And I think it should be 15 yards from where he got hit.
And mark off 15 from the snap of the football.
And you want your defensive backs to be aggressive, but that's just uncalled for. Good job. That's great. Elijah getting up and shaking it off and running off on his own power. That's just great to see. He's a tough kid.
Yeah, he's all right. You can tell.
Well, he doesn't have the trainers around him, and everyone's high-fiving him.
And the first 3 hit him in the head.
Right, exactly, of course.
Thanks for the extra shot.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Following that personal foul, 1st and 10. Football now on the 42-yard line of the Dutchmen.
He should already be reading that single high safeties deep.
Nab is out of the gun. Jeremiah will line up to his left. Drop back, pass fire to Foy, pass complete. Foy has it. Pass the sticks, picks up the 1st down, knocked out of bounds. There's Dan Foy again on the end of that pitch and catch.
And we worked the out instead of in deep down the center where the safeties are sitting.
Nate Henko, I love that play call on 1st down. Great job by the offensive coordinator, assistant head coach. Even better job by Nab and Foy having that pitch and catch. Easy pitch and catch on 1st down. Love how this offense is taking advantage of the breaks, the penalties. You got to take advantage of that stuff, right,
Knocking
Coach?
on the door is Eastern, 1st and 10, now on the 25-yard line of LVC. 4 minutes, 35 seconds remaining.
Now you send a vertical at that safety to occupy him and work this corner.
Nab is in the gun. We'll wait for him to snap the football. To Nab, drops back, has time, pass over the middle, incomplete, almost intercepted, but it does fall incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, I think when Brett looks at that on tape, Nasik Smith was out here in the flat, just wide open. I'll take Nasik Smith against any of these defensive backs one-on-one. I know he's trying to get the ball downfield.
We're fortunate that wasn't a pick.
Take what the defense is going to give you, right, Coach?
And that wasn't it.
Nope.
Down the middle, they're sealing that up.
2nd and 10. Nab fumbles the snap, recovers the football. Going backwards here, 3rd down.
Yeah, you're even starting to take yourself out of field goal range. I'm not sure what our field goal kicker's leg range is.
John's got a pretty good leg. I think they let him kick it from here. We can't lose any yards from here. Let's try to get this 1st down with one of Coach Nowatarski's plays here.
There's almost no wind. Again, if you're going to go middle, it's got to be shorter. But I'd work somebody up the side after I go at the safety. I'd run 8 at the safety and wheel the slot up the side.
Loss of 6, 3rd and 16, back on their own on the 31-yard line of LVC. Snap the nab, handles it, keeps the football, talks. He breaks away. He does break a tackle, but then loses his footing as he tries to cut over to the short side of the field. Not much there at all.
It's a shame. We were about a shoestring away from a big play there.
Maybe 4 on the keeper for Nab.
He's
see the way he was tackled. Funny when he tried to stretch his way.
And he's actually the holder for field goals. So
I don't know if his leg hurts him a little bit or he almost looked like a groin injury at first.
He's a tough kid. So
see if they can get on the board. John Nolik in the kick for the field goal. Number 5, your holder, Brett Nab. 4th and 12. Football sits on the 28-yard line. 2:45 remaining. Snap the Nab. Down kick from Nolik. The kick is up, and the kick has the distance, and the kick is good. So John Nolik converts and gets them up on the board, and it's a one-score. Well, it still was a one-score game. Now it's a 3-point game. 45-yard field goal.
Sean McNamara, the long snapper, getting it to Brett Nab. Great hold. You know, Nolik had a rough game last week. Kicked one out of bounds, missed an extra point and a field goal. That's what you want to see.
Right.
You want to, hey, as I told him this morning, refresh button, all about today. Great kick.
Back at it.
We'll take a 30-second timeout. Your score, LVC 6, Eastern 3. Back in a moment.
I chose Eastern University because there was such a great sense of community.
I chose Eastern University because I could earn my master's in counseling fully online. Because they offer so many teaching certification options.
Because the school nurse certification is only 4 courses.
Because I could get my MBA fully online in 1 year.
Because I'm a working adult and the professors were so supportive. Because of the beautiful campus.
What will be your because? Explore all the reasons to love Eastern University at eastern.edu.
You're listening to Eastern University Football, live across the JAKIB Sports Network. Let's get back to the broadcast with Warren Schmidt, Bernie Nowatarski, and Joe Krause. Let's go Eastern. Let's go EAGLES.
And we're back here live on the main line following that 45-yard field goal. 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining until we get to the half. LVC has a 6-3 lead over Eastern. Again, as you said, Coach, Eastern will get the football to start the second half, come up with a stop here, and you're in good shape.
You need your defense one more time, get another stop here. We could even get the ball back. But, yeah, I mean, you got to keep them off the board here.
This is an offense that put up 37 against Stevenson a week ago. Brandon Bohannon is the quarterback. They move right to left, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Bohannon out of the gun, pass fires. His pass is incomplete, 2nd down.
This is where our corners need to know no one gets behind. And, again, we said it last week. I'm sure at this point the LVC coaches were not anticipating being in this tight a game right now.
There is no way they thought this game would be 6-3 with 2:25 in the second quarter.
2nd and 10 after the incompletion. 2:25 remaining. Bohannon's firing again. Taking a shot down the field. And he overthrows his intended receiver. That's Riley Stahl, number 17, but way out in front of Riley. So that'll bring up a 3rd down. That was Jamari James on the coverage. 3rd down and 10. Football still on the 25-yard line. Would love to get a stop here and all of a sudden put that football right back in the hands of the offense.
That was good coverage.
Great coverage by Jamari.
On 3rd and long, he's kept it quite a few times here and has run for the first.
3rd down and 10. 2:18. Clock starts on the snap. Pass over the middle is broken up. Pass was almost complete. It's like number 89 down there, broken up, and then a flag comes in well late after the play.
That's a terrible call.
Yes, it is.
That is a terrible, terrible call if this is going to be the call of unnecessary roughness.
And he had to think about it.
That was a really good play there by Gashawn Moody to separate the ball from the receiver.
Will Ryan, number 87, is the tight end for LVC. Flag came in very, very late. We'll wait for the call.
He was bobbling the ball, and you still had to hit the receiver to keep him separated from the ball. I just hate when the officials become part of the game.
Yep.
And here's the
good job.
Why did you throw it then?
All right, so
I don't mind them throwing it. I love how they get together and say that was not a. You know
they
what?
may have been listening to the broadcast in the earpiece on JAKIB Sports.
Yeah, they got together and told him, go back over there and try doing your job.
So the pass is incomplete officially after the officials talk about it and pick up the flag. 4th and 10, 3 and out for the Dutchmen.
Not use one, and they usually did not have to use a timeout on that. Though.
Nope.
3 incompletions.
Number 9, Elijah Knowles stands on his own 38-yard line. Boers will punt the football.
Get away.
Come back.
Get away.
Short punt.
Can't ask for much more. 2 minutes, 3 timeouts.
Down at the LVC 45-yard line, and that is where the offense will take over. We'll keep it here. 2 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here until halftime. 1st down and 10 for the Eagles. LVC up by a field goal, 6-3.
Do you want the jinx now or later?
I'm not saying anything. I'll tell you right now, the defense stepped it up there. That was just great to see the defense come through there. Force a 3 and out. Good field possession right here for the offense. They need to come away with some points.
We've done a great job in the first 2 minutes of the last 4 minutes. So let's make the last 2 minutes and then come out with those first 4 when you get the ball back.
1st and 10. We'll see what the Eagles can do. Nab. Jeremiah Brilliant on the carry.
That's a play that'll just go down as a 5-yard gain, but it was a really good run.
It was a great run. And I like the play call because if we don't score here, do not leave them with any, like go into the halftime at 6-3. Going into 6-3 is a win. Huge win for this team to go in 6-3.
Don't give them the ball back here.
Do not give them the ball back with any time.
Timeout down on the field. It's 2nd down and 5. Football on the 40-yard line of LVC. 1:55 remaining. We'll keep it here. It's 6-3 Dutchmen.
I'm guessing we called the timeout. I didn't see who did it, but
well, they didn't have to use any timeouts on the defense. They had 3 incomplete passes, which is a little surprising from LV.
Yeah.
You'd think they'd want to run the clock out. Defense comes up big. Offense didn't have to use any timeouts. Now you have 3 timeouts.
Well, I think by coming out and throwing, they're showing there's a little bit of panic there, and they're not thrilled with what's going on.
Well, Coach, here's panic last week against Widener. And what was Widener's offense doing? Letting the clock run down to no time.
Yeah.
Even in the second quarter, they wanted to shorten the game, kind of like Eastern wanted to shorten the game.
Now he's got to see. You and I can see it already. We've got two high safeties.
That's what they play. 2 high safeties. Brett Knapp knows that.
So stop going down the middle.
Yep.
Unless it's short.
2nd down and 5 from the 40. 1:55. Pass to Swinton. Swinton has it. Breaks a tackle. Gets down to the 30-yard line. Knocked out of bounds. Good for a 1st down. They move the sticks.
They could have thrown a flag there. That tackle was 5 yards out of bounds.
Good pitch and catch there with Nabdo and Eddie Swinton. I love those yaks that he gets. And one thing, we haven't seen in this game that the double-headed quarterback, we have not seen Sabor yet. Brett's doing a good job managing the game. Just needs to finish this off for the touchdown.
Swinton, Knowles, Smith.
I'd run that play right back to this side now.
Are your receivers on the snap? 1st and 10, football at the 31. Jeremiah, brilliant. Cracks the line of scrimmage, gets good positive yardage.
No rush here.
And good carry from Jeremiah. We'll give him 8. It'll bring up 2nd and 2.
And he was the offensive player of the week last week. I'll tell you, he's going to be it again. He is really running hard. I really like to see how, what do you want to see, Coach, in running backs when they hit the hole, make the move, and he's doing that great today.
And he gets north-south.
North-south, right. And he shifts when he needs to, but when he shifts, he gets those extra yards. I love how Jeremiah really is running today.
His east-west movement gets him into the hole.
1:09 remaining. Offense being very patient. They snap with 7 seconds on the clock. Knapp keeps the football, runs to the short side of the field. He's down the sideline before he knocks it, runs out of bounds, picks up a first down, and more, a lot more for Brett Knapp.
And saves a timeout.
I'll tell you, this offensive line is doing a great job. I think they've only had one holding call all day today. They're really making some holes today. They're really sealing the edges there for Knapp to get outside. Really like how this, we'll try to mention them later, all their names, but they're playing really well as a unit.
You got to mention the big uglies. Warren.
Yep, you got to mention them
Absolutely.
occasionally.
1st and 10 from the 15. 58 seconds, 58.5 up on the clock. 6-3 LVC. Thanks for listening to Eastern University football across the JAKIB Sports Network. Knapp is in the gun. Knapp firing, looking down into the corner of the end zone. And he's got his man. That's Isaiah Guy Bruton into the end zone for a touchdown, Eastern. Oh, my.
Told you, get to the side. Don't stop going down the middle.
Coach, you're going to get your headset up here. I'll tell you, you're going to be going down. That's just a great pitch and catch. Great read there by Brett Knapp. Great protection by the offensive line. Great catch there in the end zone.
Really nice route. He took it in and then broke it back out to the corner.
And they're lined right back up. They're going to go for 2.
Wow, look at our running back.
Number 99 in the backfield. And a timeout before the snap.
Pretty good flop by Brett.
Isaiah Guy Bruton, man, that's a huge catch by him out of Chichester. Great to see him get open in the end zone. And sometimes, Coach, those are the toughest catches, right? When you're really wide open and the ball's like fluttering down to you, like come down to me, almost catch it like a punt. Great play.
And he was actually turning his body backwards.
Backwards. Great concentration. Great to see. Great to see the offense have a sustained drive and get points.
But I like the
Again,
idea. Finally, get away. Go at the safety and then get back into the corners or work the sideline. And you can still throw to the middle. It's just got to be shorter. You can't throw into that too deep safety.
Big Maurice McCray was lined up in the backfield. We've been calling his name on defense for making a couple of big hits.
Guys up here in the
he was
booth
waiting
are all
for the
excited.
football. Yeah. Now they'll come in instead and take the extra point or attempt the extra point.
Yeah, I don't know what the 2 does for you.
Yeah, I like it. I go for 2 in the fourth quarter, not in the second.
John Nolick. We'll see if he can convert. Right now it's 9-6.
good hold.
Snap down. Hold is good. Kick is up, and the extra point is good with 51 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. We'll take a timeout across the JAKIB Sports Radio Network. You're listening to Eastern University football. Back in a moment.
I chose Eastern University because there was such a great sense of community.
I chose Eastern University because I could earn my master's in counseling fully online. Because they offer so many teaching certification options.
Because the school nurse certification is only 4 courses.
Because I could get my MBA fully online in 1 year.
Because I'm a working adult and the professors were so supportive. Because of the beautiful campus.
What will be your bet? Explore all the reasons to love Eastern University. Eastern.edu.
You're listening to Eastern University football live across the JAKIB Sports Network. Let's get back to the broadcast with Warren Schmidt, Bernie Nowatarski, and Joe Krause.
And we're back here live over on the main line on this campus of Eastern University. Week 3, Game 3 at the new stadium. And we thank everybody for tuning in and being a part of the football broadcast today across the JAKIB Sports Network. Nice to see a lead up on the board, boys. 10-6 now for Eastern. Now the kickoff to LVC.
Offsides.
And a flag will come in. Still 49 seconds remaining here in the first half. 10-6 following the touchdown.
I don't think they take this penalty. They're not going to let him re-kick it.
No, I'll tell you, it just, when you're winning, everything just sounds better. The band sounds great. The crowd's energized. If they can go in the half here, 10-6, wow, that's going to be incredible for this team, team to go in with a lead.
You've won literally 3.5 minutes of the last 4. You got to get through 49 seconds here. Now, LVC is going to either do one of 2 things. They're either going to get out of here by handing the ball off and going to the locker room, or they're going to start taking shots downfield.
Don't forget, coming up at halftime, very special introduction on the JAKIB Sports Network. We'll introduce you to Amanda Ruler. I guarantee when that 12-minute interview completes, which Warren and I did early this morning here at the stadium, you will be an Amanda Ruler fan when you're done listening to that interview. So stick around. That coming up at halftime on the JAKIB Sports Network. 49 seconds remaining, 10-6 Eastern.
I'm surprised they're making us re-kick this, because it already took 2 or 3 seconds off the clock, so you're getting more time.
That was actually a good kick there by John. That was almost a long onside
Yeah,
kick.
I mean, and LVC had the ball at the 30, which this changes the complexion if it's too
Coach,
short.
you know what happens when you're not used to losing in the game. Maybe don't you coach a little differently sometimes? You start panicking.
So Nolik will re-kick from the 30.
Good kick.
Good high kick. Taken at the 10-yard line. That's number 9, their receiver.
This isn't what you want.
Sean Wilson on the return for LVC. Gets a good return.
He almost outkicked his coverage there.
Yeah, now LVC now being at the 50, you have to think in the last 40 seconds are going to go after points.
Start on their own 49-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. There's 40.9 seconds, 41 seconds up on the clock.
That's exactly how the first drive of the game started, right at the 49.
See if the defense can come up with a stop here.
And went empty.
Bohannon out of the gun. Empty backfield. Short pitch and catch over in front of his own bench. Pass is complete.
Late hit.
Knocked out of bounds.
This is where you have to keep your
This is
head.
where you got to keep your composure.
Flag comes in after the play.
We got a
player
player
down.
cramping.
Man, that's the last thing you wanted to see there.
And that was from the defensive player of the game last week. Sean Moody just, makes plays everywhere. A little too aggressive on that hit on the receiver out of bounds, but
Well, talk about the potential to change the complexion of the football game. 48 seconds were left on the clock when LVC started at their own 49-yard line following, which was a re-kick from Eastern. Now on the first play out of an empty set, pass complete, 15-yard personal foul after the completion. So now 1st and 10, and the Dutchmen are on the 27-yard line of Eastern with an opportunity and plenty of time to get that football down into the end zone.
If they had thoughts of just getting out of the half, it completely changed now. Now they're looking to get out of the half with points. They've got one timeout left, so they're going to work the sides.
Empty set again for the quarterback, Brandon Bohannon. 1st and 10, football under 27. Clean snap, short pitch and catch underneath. Number 7 on is Adam Acker, who is on the end of that short pitch and catch. Picks up the first down. Sticks are moving, didn't get out of bounds. 1st and 10 from the 17, and Bohannon has to spike the football to stop the clock with 26 seconds remaining.
That wasn't done right by the referees.
Bring up a 2nd down and 10. 26.8.
This is their take a shot play.
this is where the DBs need to come up big.
Yep, and you can't forget about him keeping the ball and running with the timeout.
Here he comes toward the Eastern bench. Fires into the corner of the end zone. That pass was incomplete. Number 11 for Eastern down there on defense, Anthony Rosner. That'll bring up a 3rd and 10. Football on the 15. 20 seconds remaining in the first half. 10-6 Eastern.
Now you can work the middle of the field. So safeties have to be ready as well. They went empty again.
Snap. Bohannon takes a shot into the end zone. way overthrown out of the backside of the end zone.
No.
You don't call a flag on a shot that's way over his head out of bounds.
He caught it.
No, he caught it.
He caught that.
Is he out of bounds when he brought it in?
I think so.
Throw the flag.
The corner of the end zone, I thought it was over the head of number 9, Deshaun Wilson from here. He makes the catch, and they're ruling a touchdown on the field.
He's red flagging it.
And head coach Billy
thought that looked
Crocker
like-
is going to ask for a challenge of that play.
And it looked like pretty good coverage there.
Yeah, they were handsy with each other. I don't really like the call that they called interference. It would have been a better no call.
Right. I mean, they're both hand fighting. That's part of the game, right?
Yeah. And
But
I like
for him to get the ball even that close on that play. It looked. I mean, we're pretty far away. It looked like he was out of bounds, and not both officials didn't call it a touchdown. Even the back judge didn't call it a touchdown. The side judge did. So
very indecisive.
Yeah.
On the call.
I'm questioning the pass interference, the PI on that.
It should have been a no
it
call.
should have been a no call.
And I like what he did even at the end. He was still wedging him towards the sideline, which is completely legal. You got to do that as a DB.
12 seconds up on the clock.
So
are they actually reviewing? I do not.
They haven't headed there yet, but he's.
Isn't coach isn't he challenging it? Or
Touchdown's going to stand, boys. No challenge. Touchdown's going to stand. 12-10 with the extra point to go from Kissinger, number 44. To make it 13. And the extra point is good.
Did they tell him it wasn't challengeable?
Or his
And
coaching
it
staff
makes
said
it
he had it in.
13-10 with 12 seconds remaining. And boy, coach, that 48 seconds turned into a big difference maker in this last stretch going into halftime. Oh, my.
12, 24, 34, 44. We lost 30 seconds of the 4-minute battle.
It was just, obviously you're never going to tell your offense, let's get this touchdown on with 2 seconds to go.
No.
It would have been nice to have them been able to.
But we
move
do
that
get
down a bit.
we get the ball back for the third quarter. I'm just curious about why that wasn't challenged, or if we were told we couldn't challenge it.
I think you have to be able to challenge it. If they challenge a fumble there, you got to be able to challenge a touchdown. I thought even in the NFL, all touchdowns are reviewable.
Not unless somebody else has a better view and told them it's in.
So LVC set to kick off. They now have a 13-10 lead. Elijah Knowles is back deep along with number 21, Jaden Johnson. Johnson's going to pick up the football. He's at the 15. He's over the 20-yard line. He's got room, 25-yard line. Still on his feet, and then he's run down over at his own 30-yard line. So the clock ticks down to 5.7 seconds remaining here in the first half. It's 13-10 LVC.
Good return there by Jaden Johnson. That would have been really nice if he could have got that edge there and got even a better return. But obviously not the way you want to go into halftime. But when you get in there, you guys say, hey, this game's 13-10. We're down 3 points. We're in this game.
Absolutely.
Nab comes out. He'll just kneel and bring this first half to a close, and that will mark the end of the first half. Your score at the break, LVC, Lebanon Valley College 13, the Eastern Eagles 10. We'll pause for a 60-second timeout, and then we'll come back with the halftime show. You're listening to Eastern University football on the JAKIB Sports Network.
It's fall, which means you're probably hearing a lot of
Pumpkin spice lattes are everything.
I just love sweater weather.
We got to set up the interview.
Oh, check out the
Yeah.
gorgeous colors on that tree.
Burn, you're clear.
I'm loving my MBA program at Eastern University.
That's right. Fall means back to school, and it's not too late. You can jump into Eastern University's MBA program every 7 weeks. Earn your degree fully online and finish in just 1 year.
Hold on.
Apply today
Let
in
me
as
just get
little
the-
as 15 minutes at eastern.edu/MBA.
I chose Eastern University because there was such a great sense of community.
I chose Eastern University because I could earn my master's in counseling fully online. Because they offer so many teaching certification options.
Because the school nurse certification is only 4 courses.
Because I could get my MBA fully online in 1 year.
Because I'm a working adult and the professors were so supportive. Because of the beautiful campus.
What will be your because? Explore all the reasons to love Eastern University at eastern.edu.
Welcome to the Eastern University Football Halftime Show, presented by Eastern University, highly ranked by U.S. News and World Report for this academic year, with online MBA programs priced just under $10,000. Contact Eastern right now at eastern.edu. Now here's Warren Schmidt and Joe Krause.
And
Let's go Eastern. Let's go EAGLES. Eagles.
And back here live on the main line on the campus of Eastern University, Joe Krause, along with my partner, Warren Schmidt. Halftime with their score, LVC it finds themselves in front 13-10 after Eastern took the lead in a strange 48 seconds that resulted in a Dutchman touchdown that I thought was an uncatchable ball that was out of the backside of the end zone from this vantage point. Nevertheless, it's 13-10, but a good, strong defensive showing by the Eastern Eagles on defense again.
Well, Krause, they're a young team. We know that. They compete well. We know that from Coach Billy Crocker when we have him on the coaches show. But today, they're going against one of the best teams in the MAC, and it's 13-10. If you would have said before the game, it's going to be 13-10 LVC going into halftime, we take that 100% of the time. How it unfolded at the end of that half is not how you want to end the half. You want to, and Eastern's been winning the end of halves, and it's too bad that they couldn't have not had that 7 points scored on them at the end there. But they're playing a great game. The offense had a great sustaining drive with points, with a touchdown. Defense has been playing really well. And you know what? That third stool is special teams. John Nolik, John Westfield, both punting and kicking well. Great first half, 13-10. Let's see how this team matures and comes out of the second half and tries to win this game. It's a winnable game.
Every Thursday, of course, across the JAKIB Sports Network is the Coaches Show with Coach Billy Crocker. And on Thursday, we talked to Coach about this LVC team. They put up 37 at home a week ago against the Stevenson football team that is a high-powered offensive team. So their defense played well, and they also ran over the Stevenson defense. Not so much today, at least in that first half, in the first 30 minutes.
Well, Krause, you saw how this team unloaded. Look at their fan base. Look at the numbers they have, and then look at their offensive line. Those guys they've all been playing together for 5 years, 6 years. It's just a different animal with LVC. They're, again, one of the they developed into one of the perennial top teams in the MAC conference, top programs in the MAC conference, and to be 13-10 going into halftime, I think is a huge win for Eastern. They need to push the refresh button on that little glimpse of trouble that Coach said with 37 seconds. Get rid of that. All the positive things we do, we got to come out and do in the third quarter.
And we promised everybody listening, of course, to the JAKIB Sports Network, coming up at halftime, we were going to introduce everyone to Amanda Ruler. Warren and I had an opportunity before kickoff today, earlier this morning, here at the stadium on Radnor Road to talk to Amanda Ruler. Before I punch go and play that interview, Warren, I'll give you an opportunity just to set the table for the listening audience. It was an amazing 12 minutes, and I fell in love with Amanda Ruler just listening to that interview.
I'll tell you right now, Eric McNally, Coach Crocker, all the people that were involved in the hiring process of their new women's flag football coach. I'll tell you, Amanda Ruler, she checks all the boxes. She's very articulate. She knows her football. She played football. She's an athlete. She's a former student athlete. She can relate to these kids and now these girls. She's relating to the boys, the men's team as a running back coach. She's just an impressive young woman, and I can't wait to see what she puts out on the field for the women's flag football team that starts here in March.
Well, with no further ado, here's that interview with your running backs coach, Amanda Ruler, and also the head coach of the women's flag football team, which is set to begin at Eastern in March of 2025. Enjoy. And our special guest today, as we come to you in week number 3 across the JAKIB Sports Network, Coach Amanda Ruler is going to join us in the box. Warren, we had anticipated getting Coach a week ago during the Widener game, but great to have her with us for today.
Yeah, great to have Amanda Ruler in the box with us, talking football. It's really a great story. You come in from Canada. You come in as the new head football coach of women's flag football, building a program kind of like Coach Crocker's doing here. But kind of part of the deal here at Eastern, they always do it a little different, a little better. They also made you the running backs coach. How's that journey been of coming down from Canada with all your knowledge of football, obviously, but translating that into the Eastern University football team as a running backs coach, but then also doing all the duties you're doing as a head football coach for the women's flag team?
Of course. Growing up in Canada, when I was a young girl, my dad used to take me to CFL football games in Regina, Saskatchewan. So I'd get out there and watch the Saskatchewan Roughriders. But to me, I didn't know that it could be a journey for me. It was going to start right there watching my first game, and it grew into something more. I started playing on the Canadian women's full tackle team for Team Canada. So I actually played running back. I got a passion for the game and said, how can I translate this into coaching? It wasn't easy. I ended up getting into sports broadcasting for the Saskatchewan Roughriders, which was fun, and ended up getting my first internship with them as an assistant running backs coach for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Coaching in my first game was,
I knew the vocals, by the way, were good. I knew there had to be some broadcast in there.
there we go. Yeah, it was a full circle moment, right? Getting out and looking out in the field and being like, growing up, I watched this. Now I actually get to be part of this game in a different way. I did an internship with the Seattle Seahawks. I got to work with Pete Carroll. What an inspirational leader. And I didn't know that I could actually be a head coach until I saw somebody just like that at work, because he installed in me that I could also be a leader and lead athletes, men and women, to be great themselves. So when I applied for this opportunity to here at Eastern, I knew that I had already the tools to be the best head coach possible because I worked with the best, Pete Carroll.
So take us through that with meeting with Coach Billy Crocker, I'm sure Eric McNeely, and maybe even the higher ups, Kenton Sparks and Ron Matthews. What brought you to Eastern? I mean, Joe and I get to see the difference every week, but coming from the outside and meeting these guys for the first time, what was your big draw for you to come and move, to Radnor, Pennsylvania, and move your family and everything else to come here to take this opportunity?
Of course. Once coming to the campus, I saw how beautiful it was. So lush. I hadn't seen anything like this before. Being from Saskatchewan, it's quite flatlands. Coming here, just the beauty kind of engulfed me. The architecture, everything about the campus drew me in so much. I'm like, I want to be here. And every day when I wake up, I think about the landscape and me being around all the wonderful athletes and personnel and staff here. That gets me up in the morning and comes out and do my best job possible. Everybody here is so kind, so welcoming, and they want to have the best program. I have a great opportunity to help young women now become the best versions of themselves, because I've been an athlete my entire life. I was actually on the Canadian bobsled team, as well as Canadian weightlifting team and Canadian football team. So now I get an opportunity to teach young women to be great. And on this campus here at Eastern, it's going to be an amazing opportunity for them and me to grow as an individual.
Talk about your opportunity in working with the running backs that are playing today and with this football team, because you literally are shaping the future, along with Coach Crocker and the other staff, you literally are shaping what Eastern football, not only what they are today, but what the program will become. And you're a main part of that.
History. You just said it right there. Everything that has to do with growing a program is part of history. And I think everything I've done in the past, I was the first woman to coach in youth sport in Canada, part of McMaster University, one of the first women to do an internship with the Riders, and the first woman to be part of the Seahawks and actually the Bengals, do an internship with them. Everything I've done is part of history. And I truly, truly believe that's part of my path. I think what we're doing here with the Eastern men's football team is part of history as well. They're going to grow into a wonderful team, but honestly, great men in our community, in this environment. And I want to help them graduate and go beyond whatever their dreams may be. At the beginning of the season, I get them to write out their goals for the season, goals for their future, and I'm going to help them achieve that. I think that's the number one goal for any young man out there, just to be the best version of themselves. And if I get to be part of that, and later they realize all the stuff I've kind of put on them to challenge them to be great, they'll thank me later for that. And
Let me ask you this, Amanda. You say that so easily. Do you ever stop to think about that? Or is that just a natural feeling that you have?
I do, only because I've been an athlete in so many different sports. And early on, I didn't have that type of mentorship. And all the other sports I've been a part of, even being within the NFL, very briefly, I got to see the type of mentors they were. And I said, every day I want to come out and be the best mentor for these men, mentor for these women as possible, because that's what it's about. And I wish I would have had that when I was younger. I know my path would have been a little bit different, but I would have been set on a straighter path, a better direction, because it wasn't a linear path for me. It was kind of up and down. And I truly believe that if I can help them kind of mitigate through some of these challenges I had, I can help them to be the best version of themselves.
So, Coach, let's turn the page on Eastern. Obviously, Joe and I see it every week with the compete level of this team, and the kids are just an unbelievable team, and we love rooting for them. But let's turn the page to your team, the women's flag football team. That's going to start play spring of 2025. How's recruiting going? Who are some of your teams you may be playing? Some of the dynamics. I know it's going to be 7-on-7. Do you have a coaching staff? Take us through some of the things that you have now as being a running back coach, spending a lot of your time, but also being able to put some time towards the women's flag football team that's going to be competing this next spring.
Awesome. I love this question. So we're the Atlantic East Conference. We're going to be playing places like Mercy, Newman, Marymount. And it's exciting now because I'm just building a team. So I'm getting out in the community. I'm visiting different schools, different places where girls are playing in high school. This is an amazing opportunity for them because I never had this when I was young. So me just even seeing this and offering them such an opportunity to come to school, learn, get an education, but also play a sport that I love. And now it's going to be at the highest level possible for them. I'm looking for elite level compete athletes, because that's what I learned from Pete Carroll, is always compete, right? So when I talk to them about culture, that's what I'm going to put and install first into my team. I'm going to bring these athletes here, and we're going to create this team one step at a time. I am recruiting heavily right now. So on Instagram is where I find lots of the athletes posting film, posting huddle film. So if you guys want to jump on Instagram, eastern.flag.football, please put in your information. I put a QR code on there so the girls can scan that and give me their information. I'm looking at film all the time. So because of the men's schedule, it's a little hectic at the moment, but I will be traveling to places like Florida, Texas, wherever the best athletes are, because I want the best.
Your background demands the best. Your career, your path that has brought you here, your entire history has always been about that. So it will be interesting to watch how quickly you'll expect it to happen. Do you have a timeline?
I think when you're building a new team and a new program, I think the timeline is get these people in and install the culture first, because we don't know what to expect. not put too much pressure on us to win every single game, but just to get out there and execute. I think that's one of the two things you should kind of install first. Once we do that, then we can set the tone for what comes next. So not too much pressure on ourselves to win every single game because we're starting a brand new team, but get that team cohesion going right away and see what we can do after that.
Well, Warren, I know that we look forward to broadcasting the very first game under Coach Amanda Ruler, our special guest here today. Last thought before we check out?
Well, I just love the fact that Eastern hired Amanda, because when she's going to talk to these young women, these young student athletes, I was able to get 4 extra years of playing football, to play an extra 4 years and compete and go to college. I just think serves women and men so well in the community when they're done playing. And for you to be at the helm, it's great to talk to you. And I'll tell you, the future is bright for Eastern athletics, football for the men and women's teams.
No doubt about it. Amanda Ruler, our special guest here today on the Halftime Show. We'll take a commercial break. Warren, the coach, and I will be back second half action as Eastern University football battles LVC, Lebanon Valley College. Back in a moment.
I chose Eastern University because there was such a great sense of community.
I chose Eastern University because I could earn my master's in counseling fully online. Because they offer so many teaching certification options.
Because the school nurse certification is only 4 courses.
Because I could get my MBA fully online in 1 year.
Because I'm a working adult and the professors were so supportive. Because of the beautiful campus.
What will be your because? Explore all the reasons to love Eastern University at eastern.edu.
And we're back here live at halftime on the main line where LVC, Lebanon Valley College, has a 13-10 lead over the Eastern Eagles. What a great conversation with Amanda Ruler. I'm excited to actually clip that audio and then post it out on Instagram, Warren, across the JAKIB Sports Network on all of our social media platforms. She is an amazing coach, an amazing individual, and she is driven. You've been around a lot of athletes, a lot of great athletes. You represent a lot of professional athletes. She's phenomenal.
There's certain people you meet and right away, you know they're a little different or they have a little special spark. And what's great about Eastern is they figured it out and somehow they got her in the building from all the way from Saskatchewan, Canada, up at Saskatchewan, Regina. She went to the University of Regina up there. So I love her Canadian accent, but for her coming down here and coaching on this men's team and creating, I think she's got 500 women or girls athletes in her Instagram already. She's already started the recruiting process. And at Eastern, Eric says you're allowed to go anywhere the players are. And I think that was probably a huge draw for her to be able to go wherever the players may be. As she said in her interview, Florida, she has to go to Florida. She has that budget if it's Texas or wherever it may be. And obviously the Delaware Valley here. But she's just really an impressive young woman and really excited to have met her and talked to her over at halftime.
Let's bring the coach back in, Coach B, Bernie Nowatarski, who dissected and diagrammed exactly how he wanted the first half to end and the second half to start. It didn't quite end that or play out that way, but it was set up to play out that way, Coach. And then a couple of mistakes, a personal foul, and then all of a sudden a touchdown at the end by LVC put them in front at the break.
Yeah, I mean, we did a really good job for about 3 minutes and 30 seconds of that 4-minute stretch. And it was unfortunate to re-kick, short field, a quick gain, and then a penalty put them in scoring position to be down now instead of being up 10-6. And I did do a little research and spoke to the Eastern coaches. They had a view on their iPad of the touchdown pass, and his foot was in, but their question was possession. But they thought it was not enough to challenge. So that's why we let that play go.
I think he still should have challenged her. Timeouts didn't really matter, but to the point was that you couldn't have ended the half any worse. Long kickoff return, you can't have that happen. Then you had the first completion, 15 yards, as well as another 15 on the penalty. All of a sudden, they're down here, as Krause was saying, down here on the 20, was still plenty of time, and they punched in on a touchdown. So, but to your point, the first 4 minutes of the third quarter, Eastern starts with the ball.
You're getting the ball back. Let's get right back to business. They've showed all game that they can move the ball. I mean, we've had 2 interceptions that came off of receivers, tipping it up. So we know we can move the ball and put points on the board. So just keep doing what you're doing.
So, Coach, one thing Billy Crocker always is saying, and Amanda said it in her interview, is the compete level, right? The compete level's there. But I think right now, the compete level only gets you so far. They have to say, hey, we're not only competing, but we can beat this team.
You got to learn to win.
Learn to win.
You got to take the next, you got to go up to the next step. You can only go with, well, we really were close this time for so long. At some point, you got to make the jump to the next level.
This would be a great team to jump it on.
Yes, it would.
Second half set to begin across the JAKIB Sports Network. Settle in. Going to be a good half of football. 13-10 LVC. The Eastern Eagles will receive to start the second half. High kick, and that's coming down to Elijah Knowles at his 15-yard line, out to the 20, 25, 30. Still on his feet, 35, dancing out to the 40-yard line. He's finally brought down, and a great return by Elijah Knowles out to the 42-yard line. A little extracurricular activity after the play. No flag. Good return by Elijah. Great way for that offense to come out onto the field.
Really close to a flag on that.
Krause, that was actually to hear. A lot of these guys have double numbers. That's Elijah, but that was to hear Jackson Alston, the junior defensive back that they had there for back there for that kickoff.
I wonder if Rivera's hurt.
Is he wearing 9, Warren?
They have two different guys wear 9, defense and offense, but sometimes.
Well, thank you for the correction. Apologize for the mistake. First down and 10, football on the 42-yard line. 22, Johnson on the carry from Nab, who's in at quarterback. Out to the 48-yard line, gain of 6, second down and 4.
We have done a better job today so far offensively of playing ahead of the sticks. We've only gotten behind once or twice.
Second and 4, 14-25 remaining, third quarter, second half just underway.
I'm assuming the LVC locker room was not a pleasant place to be.
There was definitely a lot more yelling going on in there.
Nab in at quarterback. He's out of the gun. Low snap. He's able to handle the football. Picks it up off the turf. Straight up the gut is Aurelian. Crosses over midfield. He'll be short of the line to gain for the first down, but he gets close. It'll bring up a third down and 1. They mark him on the 49-yard line of LVC.
That yard marker is not anywhere near where the football is.
This is one of those big initial plays of this half that they need to come in and convert this third down.
I expect Nab to be running the ball.
Nab in out of the gun. Here he comes. There he goes. Keeps the football and pushes forward. Does get the first down. They'll move the sticks. Good call, coach. First down for the offense.
Always good to see because you never know how these officials mark
He
that
didn't
down.
get it by much.
Krause, he did not get it by much, but when you see that lead, that official from the far end do this, and once they move the sticks, that's a good sign.
So first down and 10. Football now on the 48-yard line. Nab gets the 1 yard he needs. First and 10. First possession of the second half. 13-10 LVC. The Dutchmen with a late touchdown to end the first half. 2 in motion is Smith. Snap to Nab. Keeps the football. Now pitches the football. Jaden Johnson to the outside. And it's over, crosses the 40-yard line, run out of bounds in front of his own bench.
It actually becomes a completed pass. He pitched it forward.
I love that physical run there. And more importantly, I just love Brett's athletic ability of staying with the play and being able to get that out of his hands to his running back. Instead of a negative 10 yards, they got positive. What should be a first down? Second and short.
Second down, 1, football on the 39-yard line. You're listening to Eastern Football across the JAKIB Sports Network. Settle in, and we appreciate you listening.
Yeah, very heads-up play to pitch that forward.
Second and 1. Nab keeps the football. He's going to lose a yard. He might have gotten back to the original snap, back to the original line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and 1.
He could have broke that up inside just a little earlier.
48, Braden Curry checks into the lineup.
Is exactly what you see your offense coming in out of the half. Is a sustaining drive. Take some time off the clock. Sustaining drive. Get some points.
One of these guys are going to be running behind 48.
3rd and 1. Mavrillian takes the football, has it. He's hit at the line, didn't get it. They didn't blow it dead, but he did go down. Short of the line to gain.
This line judge has a little better spot than the other one. If I'm Coach Crocker, I want a measurement here. I like the call. This is a big play.
Yeah.
I like the call by Coach Crocker.
There's no reason to punt this.
Absolutely not.
Even if you could draw them off would be nice. But
4th and 1. Football on the 39 of LVC. Right to left for the Eagles. Nab. Swing pass. He's got his man. Pass is complete. They pick up the 1st down.
Wow. Talk about Nate Hinkle having trust in your quarterback and your running back to make a play.
To throw it backwards.
To throw it backwards. Not only to throw it backwards, but just how that play developed. But great conversion there on 4th down. Great job by the Eastern University offense there.
So 35-yard line, 1st down and 10. Good for the 1st down. 10 minutes, 12 seconds remaining. 1st down and 10. Eastern still in possession of the football. 5 minutes into the 3rd quarter. Nab in the gun. He's been there all day. He'll be there all day. Dropping, firing. Pass is short and incomplete. Flag comes in. I was waiting to see, Coach, if he was going to throw it. Number 22 was down there on defense, but they were banging a little bit, and it looks like Ryan Fink may have held up the intended receiver.
Yeah, the back judge never even got close to reaching for anything, so the side judge did get it at the last minute.
But what made that play was Isaiah Guy Bruton. It wasn't a great ball. It was a little out of his reach, but he started. He started back. If he were just giving up on the play, they're not calling that. He comes back, tries to make the catch. You got to call that. It was holding or whatever they're going to call, pass interference. Great job there by Isaiah Guy Bruton. He's got a touchdown already, but that's one of those plays you won't see in the stats, but that's a huge play there.
So 1st down and 10 now from the 20-yard line of LVC.
Work the corner.
Eagles knocking on the door. Opening possession of the 2nd half. 9:50. Clock will start on the snap. Nab stops, fires into the end zone, and it is picked off.
Went to the safeties.
You can see it from here. Flag comes in well after the play. Nab did not see the coverage, and it was a great play by the cornerback.
Yep, he was
for the safety.
It's a safety over the top.
He baited him into making that throw.
Yep,
trying to get the ball deep to Foy there. I don't know who the penalty's on. It's a dead ball foul, so Easter's definitely going to lose it. It's going to be another turnover, and it looks like another potential 15 yards here for LVC, which
puts them right out of the hole.
Way. So it's against LVC.
It's a shame he had a really good drive going there. It's a bad mistake. You want to work the corner, but not to the short side where the safety's over the top. You got to do that on the back side or the front side. Send somebody at the safety, and like we did on our touchdown.
So Brandon Bohannon brings out the offense. He was 11 out of 18 for 154 yards in the 1st half. He has a 1st down and 10 back on his own 8-yard line. 1st down and 10 for LVC, moving our left to right.
Good job in there making a tackle. Another tackle is Kashawn Moody.
24 is Malachi Williams on the carry.
Logan McGowan in there on another tackle. Got Perry Parker in another tackle. Just love seeing these red jerseys always swarming to the ball.
Second down and 6, gain of 4 out to the 12-yard line for Williams. Here comes Williams again with the football. Same play, same carry.
Chris Forte's having a really good game at that linebacker position. He's coming in, filling the hole. Salif Nakima playing defensive end, defensive tackle.
Get a stop here. It'd
There's
be
a
a
big
quick
stop here.
Quick 3 and out.
That's what you want after a turnover, right, Coach?
Yep. Get a defensive stop, 3 and out.
After a turnover, get a 3 and just get the momentum back.
Third down and 3, football on the 15. 8:40 clock on the move.
Someone's got to spy the quarterback.
First possession for LBC. Bohannon. He's going to tuck the football. He's going to keep the football. He's going to get the first down.
Yeah, it's just one of those tough plays. Like the quarterback makes a big first down run there, rolls out, doesn't see anything.
Not the first time today.
He's tough kid to bring down. Runs hard.
Out to the 21-yard line. So first down and 10. 7:55 remaining. Bohannon takes a shot downfield, but he sails the football over number 87, who is his big tight end. That falls incomplete. Will Ryan didn't even effort for the football, sailed over his head. It'll bring a second down and 10 on the 21-yard line.
Where you got lucky on that play, there was a definite miscommunication in the secondary. One was doing one coverage, and the corner was doing a different coverage.
But, Coach, we definitely want these guys, if they're in throwing situations, that's a good thing for this Eastern defense.
Yep.
Second down and 10. 21-yard line. Bohannon pitches the football. See if I can get a number on there. Fink is number 22 on the carry.
Chris Forte again, and his linebacker position coming up and filling, and Salif Nakima. Huge play there. No yards. This is a big play right here.
3rd and 10.
It's third down and 10 for Bohannon. Number 24, Malachi Williams replaces Fink in the backfield. Ball in the 21, 7 minutes, 12 seconds remaining, clock running, third quarter, 13-10 Dutchmen. You're listening to Eastern University football across the JAKIB Sports Network. Thanks for listening. Good football game in front of us. Third quarter, Bohannon rolls over. Fires, pass is complete up at the sticks.
I don't think it's enough.
Not enough. They bring it in. He did. Short of the line to gain. It'll bring up a fourth down.
Good job there by Anthony Rosner.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they go for it, but
don't jump off sides. He didn't get it. He did not get that.
Keeps the football and does not
I
get
don't
it.
like it. I don't like his spot.
Jalen Allen, that's first down Eastern. Oh my goodness. Wow.
I actually saw a measurement last night. Well, they moved it now. You can't measure.
They give it to him?
I thought Jalen Allen had a tackle for loss there.
So they mark it and they give him the first down and 10 now on the 31-yard line. Bohannon takes a shot downfield in double coverage. Incomplete.
No,
and the flag comes in again.
That's a terrible call. Jamari James had great coverage. Terrible call. These officials will not be getting Christmas cards from Billy Crocker this year.
Bohannon firing it or throwing that pass into double coverage. I didn't even see a bump out there, to be honest.
That was good coverage.
He had one under, one over.
Yeah, he had position on it. That's just, it's an unfortunate call.
So 1st and 10, the 15 Markov brings the football out to the 46-yard line of LVC. Strange drive for the first drive for Lebanon Valley. Brandon Bohannon, the quarterback. Malachi Williams lined up 3 yards behind him. 1st and 10 on the 46. 5:47 remaining. Third quarter, it's 13-10. Now Bohannon. He's going to tuck and keep the football. Cross midfield. Cross the 45-yard line of Eastern and brought down not before he picks up a first down.
Yeah, Drew Beckford and Chris Forte again. But not until he got 10 yards there. Andrew Campbell had a chance to get him in the backfield. This quarterback's just shifty and elusive, right, Coach?
He was a half step behind. It was a good read. He just got enough of a chip block on him that he didn't get to the QB in the backfield.
Spotted on the 44-yard line, 1st down and 10. LVC still on the move. Now they give the football. That's Malachi Williams. And Williams goes up to the 40-yard line.
Deshaun Moody in there, as well as Logan McGowan.
4-yard gain for Williams. Call it 2nd down and 6. Actually, should be 2nd down and 7 from the 41-yard line. 4:39 remaining. Here comes Williams again. Takes the football. Nothing there. Good play for the defense. 99 again for Eastern. We saw him in the backfield.
Maurice
and we saw him.
McCray.
He's there. 99 McCray with another good play.
And he was getting held. So, obviously they're not calling that holding, I guess, on the LVC offensive lineman. But great job there, Maurice McCray. Upfield push, making the play.
So Bohannon rolls out. You've got to have someone spying him for the run as well as his pass.
22, Dion Bryant comes in and replaces Malachi Williams. 3rd and 7, 3:55 remaining, third quarter. Bohannon's pass is complete. It's good for a first down. Past the sticks, they move the chains.
That was just a good pitch and catch there. I mean, quarterback rolling out left, threw a dime to his receiver, just got a first down by 6 inches. But that was one of those big plays the Eastern defense needed to come up with to try to get a stop, because he probably would have punted from there.
Second or third time we've had third down.
Third and long, and they've come through with first downs. Those are the plays that start wearing down defense, especially on a hot day.
1st and 10, now on the 34-yard line of the Eagles. Dutchmen in possession, on the move. Bohannon keeps the football, running behind blockers to the left side.
We had him in the backfield and he got loose. Now we've got this game's a lot chippier than I expected. They're getting after each other.
Bohannon picks up 10. They move the sticks. 1st down and 10 from the 34 to the 24.
55, Shamad Clack came down from his defensive tackle position and just laid a lick on that quarterback there.
He's taking some shots today.
Taking some shots.
He's a tough kid too.
55.
So 1st down and 10, 2:30 remaining. First possession of the second half for the Dutchman. Bohannon keeps the football straight up. Good gain for the quarterback. 7.
Yep, Deshaun Moody again.
Moody.
And our guy 15, Logan McGowan, both team captains, but they need to tackle him 3 yards before that. He's getting downfield too much, too many yards.
You got to wonder this early in the season, how many times you want your quarterback taking shots like that?
2nd down, long 2. 17 football on the 17. 151. Half may end or quarter may end with each team with one possession. 2nd down. Bohannon out of the gun. Rolls right. Looking, now tucks the football, stays on his feet, keeps the football, and he's knocked out of bounds. Picks up the first down. He's shifty quarterback.
He's really shifty. When he stretches the defense there, when he rolls out, especially to the right, It's kind of like an RPO run pass, but he's out. There's no running back in the equation.
Yeah.
But he's the running back.
It's him.
It's him. And then they got to stop reacting to his pump fake. It's like when these NFL guys react to Patrick Mahomes doing a pump fake. Just go hit him.
Direct snap.
So first and goal from the 6. 22 is Deion Bryant. He's in, takes the direct snap. Bryant follows actually his quarterback. Bohannon out there blocking.
He actually did a pretty good block out there on Jamari James on the corner there, the quarterback.
Gain of 1, second and goal from the 5.
I don't even know if you need direct snap with Bohannon. I mean, he's as good as a running back as there is for them.
I think to your point, they want to maybe alleviate a hit on him, but then he hits he blocks somebody, so he doesn't like that play.
Lined up again, direct snap again. Bohannon makes the block. Brian busts his way forward, and is he into the end zone?
Yeah, he got in.
And he's into the end zone for a touchdown, following the lead block of his quarterback, who likes to get hit.
Apparently.
And likes to hit.
He likes to hit and get hit. That's for sure. He's a tough kid, obviously. He's exactly what you want your quarterback. Kind of like our quarterback, Brett Knapp.
Yeah.
You know, same type.
Yeah, they're virtually twins.
Yeah. Be interesting to see if they put Sabor in for a series here in this coming out. I think Brett's played really well. That was obviously a bad choice down here on that throw, but he has been moving the offense. So
yeah.
44, Tim Kissinger in for the point after the touchdown. Hold, snap, kick, up, kick, good. And LVC extends their lead. It's the Dutchmen 20 and the Eastern Eagles 10. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Eastern Eagles football across the JAKIB Sports Network.
I chose Eastern University because there was such a great sense of community.
I chose Eastern University because I could earn my master's in counseling fully online. Because they offer so many teaching certification options.
Because the school nurse certification is only 4 courses.
Because I could get my MBA fully online in 1 year.
Because I'm a working adult and the professors were so supportive. Because of the beautiful campus.
What will be your because? Explore all the reasons to love Eastern University at eastern.edu.
Score and save this football season on your car insurance. Before the next game, save up to 40% on your auto insurance policy. That's right, 40% savings. Call an Audible this season and contact the Del Val Insurance Group. They're an advocate for you, not an insurance company. That means they'll get you the right coverage and save you up to 40%. Call managing partners Fran or Jim of Del Val Insurance, 215-354-0122, or score and save at dvigi.com. dvigi.com.
You're listening to Eastern University football, live across the JAKIB Sports Network. Let's get back to the broadcast with Warren Schmidt, Bernie Nowatarski, and Joe Krause. Let's go Eastern. Let's go EAGLES.
And back here live on the campus of Eastern University, a long drive for LVC. Their only possession of the first half, or of the third quarter, rather.
Basically one each.
One each in that third quarter. Eastern will, following the kickoff, will start first down and 10. Looks like Sabor Stevens now is in. Is Stevens in?
No, Brett.
Oh, that's Nab is back out. So Nab
He's got
takes the
some room.
snap. He's got the football. He's over the 40, 45, 50. He's on his feet. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Is he going to make it? He is! The run of his life for a touchdown by Brett Knapp. And he goes into the end zone. Touchdown.
About
on
a 70,
the first snap
about
of
70
the
yards.
of the second possession in the third quarter.
Wow, he outran defensive backs on that. That's why he's a team captain.
Who had angles.
That's why he's one of the team captains. Put it in my hands. I'm gonna atone for my mistake on that pick and just get a 6 points here.
I don't know how much he's liking holding right now, but
wow.
Nolik in for the extra point. Hold, kick, up, kick, good for John.
That's how you answer.
That's how you answer. One play, 75-yard run, 2017. We'll keep it here just so we can set the stage for those listening across the JAKIB Sports Network. What a great run by Nab.
Well, Krause, how about that? 3 possessions in the half, 2 touchdowns.
In the third quarter,
In
you
the
mean?
third quarter, that's what I mean. Yeah, in the third quarter. I don't think I've ever seen that. That's amazing. Just great job by the offense. Great job there by Nate Hinkle and Colin there, the run coordinator. Love the play call. Just love the execution. Just love how Brett, put that in his
I mean,
hands.
as the play developed, I mean, I even said as it started, he's got room. And
Not that much room.
He outran safeties and corners and actually split them and then outran them. They caught down at the end and got some arms on him, and he still carried it into the end zone. Great with 70-some yards. Great run. Way to answer. And on the kickoff, I did notice Rivera was back.
I did see him come out.
And
First time today.
And he threw a really good lead block, and then he was out in the slot. So
it's kind of amazing to see the depth start with this team. There's some new numbers that we see coming in.
I always ask if it's depth or is it discipline. Was there something in the week that because this coach don't mess around?
No, he doesn't.
With tomfoolery.
They're all accountable.
Third quarter ends. Fourth quarter begins with Nola kicking off after the touchdown. Nola puts the football back deep. Good return for LVC. The Dutchmen are going to start out around their 30-yard line, but the third quarter, as you said, Warren, 3 possessions essentially, 2 touchdowns, and we're into the fourth quarter.
It was just, I don't think I've ever seen that, but just to Coach's point, I love the answer that Eastern had there because that's what you want to see. You want to see your team, they want to compete, obviously, but you got to, this is how you win a game with a big play like that. Now the defense is all jazzed up. They don't mind that 1 and out, right? They'll take a 1 and out for a touchdown. And I love Coach using the word tomfoolery.
Yeah.
We know we got Coach in the booth.
First down and 10. Uh-oh. On the outside. On the first play on a first down and 10 on a handoff. Give me a number if you can, Warren, so I can give him credit.
20-something.
Yeah, these LV numbers are tough to read. Sorry, Krause. It looks like it's
23.
23 maybe.
23 is Avery Grimm.
It's 23.
It's pretty good. It's a low sky today. It's a great day for seeing the ball. If it was the clear blue with their gray letters or numbers we'd never see.
Down to the 13-yard line, first and 10. Here comes Grimm again after that big carry. He's out of gas after that first down carry. Lost maybe a yard, second down.
Gashawn Moody in for that tackle again, and we're going to sound like a broken record with the tackle machine of Gashawn Moody and then Anthony Rosner, DB, coming up. Again, that's exactly what you did not want to have happen.
No.
Big, huge chunk yardage there. Defense obviously needs to tighten up here and keep these guys to a potential field goal attempt.
Second down and 8. He actually got 2 forward motion to the 11. Second and 2. Here comes Bohannon. Rolling, firing, passes complete, knocked out of bounds. Number 7 is Adam Acker, who pulls it in. His first catch of the afternoon. Positive yardage, down close to the sticks, short of the goal line. Get to the 5-yard line. It'll be third down.
You get a stop here. Did a field goal or?
I think right now they're in 4 down territory.
Yeah, well, now their kid Bohannon's going to run this.
They can still get it first down here.
Yeah.
Knocking on the door. Bohannon does exactly what the coach says. He keeps the football. He runs to the right side. McCray, number 99. Big stop for him. Gets to the 4. It's 4th and short. What do you do, Coach?
I think you bring the house. You just goal line defense is fun to play because all you do is you read and react.
4th and short.
Time play.
Bohannon. They stop him. They stop him in his forward motion. Get it for him. You got it. Yep, you got it. Was hit immediately. Bounced off and got enough. Going to mark it down at the 3.
Yeah, that's frustrating when you get him behind the line there and he still bounces off and gets a big first down for LVC.
So first down and goal.
They haven't said it yet, though. The Sticks still stay fourth.
Wait a minute. What's happening down here now?
Okay.
Chain people were asleep.
To coach's point, they're high school kids probably doing the chains, but yeah, that was a shame they couldn't make that stop.
First and goal. The fullback, Drew Campbell. Bohannon takes it under center. Snaps the football. Short gain.
That's almost a defensive advantage for us.
Grimm was on the carry.
Gashawn Moody again, as well as Drew Beckford. Galen Allen. All of them are shooting those gaps and trying to keep this from being another touchdown for LVC.
Yeah, this is where he's more dangerous. Out of the shotgun.
Second down for Bohannon. He's going to keep the football. He's going to run to the left side. 3, 2, 1 into the end zone. Touchdown LVC. And again, Brandon Bohannon finds his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
To coach's point, he is more dangerous in the shotgun because it's almost like he's like a running back, tailback, being able to prevent
under center. You could control him better.
Yeah, well, you're right. Under center, he can't make his reads as good. Yeah, that was a big answer by a veteran team of LVC, just answering that big touchdown.
One big play.
Yep.
Kissinger in for the extra point. It's 26-17. Snap, hold, kick, blocked, tipped at the line, no good.
No, could come back to
a number on that on the block. 56. Got his hand up. Brooks is there to block the extra point.
And Jeremy Brooks is one of my guys, player of the game game ball last week, just with the injury that he had at Widener and then playing really well last week. But Jeremy Brooks getting a field goal or an extra point block is huge there.
We'll take a timeout with 11 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in quarter number 4. LVC 26, Eastern 17. Back in a moment.
I chose Eastern University because there was such a great sense of community.
I chose Eastern University because I could earn my master's in counseling fully online. Because they offer so many teaching certification options.
Because the school nurse certification is only 4 courses.
Because I could get my MBA fully online in 1 year.
Because I'm a working adult and the professors were so supportive. Because of the beautiful campus.
What will be your because? Explore all the reasons to love Eastern University at eastern.edu.
You're listening to Eastern University football, live across the JAKIB Sports Network. Let's get back to the broadcast with Warren Schmidt, Bernie Nowatarski, and Joe Krause.
And we're back here live. Fourth quarter action following an LVC touchdown, but a missed extra point. Score up on the board, 26 for Lebanon Valley, 17 for the Eastern Eagles. They'll take over first down and 10. They'll start from their own 25-yard line. Brett Knabb, number 5, back and at quarterback. His last snap resulted in a 75-yard touchdown run. And he starts first down and 10 from his own 25. Here comes Avrilian. Over the 30, 35, 40. He's out over the 40-yard line, and he's down to the 43, out to the 44-yard line. Good run for Jeremiah.
Great first down play there, Jeremiah Avrilian. Coach and I talk about it all the time. Don't play behind the sticks. Obviously, when you get more than 10 yards on first down, that's always a good thing. I love how they came out, staying aggressive with Jeremiah. Now they had that goal with Jeremiah and Brett. They got to defend that.
Yeah, I don't know where we are yardage wise, but they have moved the ball on LVC all day. Just
mark them at the
have
40.
not all resulted in points.
They mark them at the 42-yard line. First or 43. First and 10. 10:44 remaining in this football game. Knabb keeps the football. No gain.
They have a player
Noah
down.
called Deeney, number 5, on the stop for LVC. Injured player.
Calf cramp.
I hope that's all it is.
For LVC.
So this actually kind of works as a timeout for
Mhm.
Eastern. I think Brett actually banged himself on the head saying, well, I should have given that to Jeremiah. But I just like how, to your point, Coach, we look at the yardage, I mean, this offense is really moving the ball. Like that was a huge concern coming into the game. I think the offense, what Nate Hinkle and his whole, all the guys on the offensive side of this deal here at Eastern, really put their heads together and really have come up with a really good game plan today.
Yeah, they've moved it around. They've played above the sticks, which is, like I said, I can only recall 2, maybe 3 at the most, where we've been behind the sticks, and one of them was a penalty. So
as well as not having the defense out in the field the whole game,
it makes a difference.
It's a 9-point deficit, Coach. The way this second half has started, you'd like to see points on this possession,
Yeah,
right?
because you might only get it one more time. Because I mean, if LVC comes out, if we score and they come out and take another 7 or 8 minute drive, I mean, you might not get the ball back but one more time.
And to Krause's point, it's a 2-score game. Eastern needs 2 scores.
Yeah, you don't need to go for 2. What's the
they
difference?
need a touchdown and a field goal. That's all it is. But it's still a 2. It's a 2 point. You cannot get 9 points yet in college football. So they need to get 2 scores.
Blitz is coming.
Nab on a 2nd down and 10 snap, pass complete. Smith has it, crosses over midfield, flag on the play. Good enough to move the sticks, but we'll wait on the marker.
Great job getting to Zeke Smith involved in the offense. He gets those yak yards. He got an extra 5 yards on that.
I like how he went forward after the catch.
He's what you say is East West or North South. He's moving forward. I like getting him involved in the offense.
Brett made the right read that time.
Yep.
He didn't need to go down the center where those safeties are hanging.
So 1st down and 10. Smith gets out to the 45-yard line of the Dutchman. Snap again. Smith standing at the 40. Short pitch and catch. They'll take the 5 on the 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd down and 5 from the 40. 9:35 remaining. Eastern in possession of the football, now moving left to right for the 4th quarter action. They're on the 40-yard line of the Dutchmen. They trail in this football game by 9. 9:20 remaining, clock on the move. Brett Nab, your quarterback. 2nd and 5. Nab gives it to Jeremiah. And Avrilian loses 1 on that play.
Well read.
Yeah, they just read that well, defended that well. Great to see Elijah Knowles, number 9, back out on the field. He took a really big hit in that first half. Good to see him back at the receiver, that slot position.
You know what I didn't realize? I don't know what all the rules are now, but what is the double hash marks down the field? Instead of, there's usually the pro and then the college. This is just two set up aside. I'm not sure what that entails.
That's a question for the SID. We'll hit them up in between the breaks. 3rd down and 6. Football on the 41. Need to convert on this 3rd down. Nab's going to keep it straight up the gut. He's got room. 30, 25, 20. He's going to take a leap and get hit down at the 15-yard line as Nab jumps up and over a defender. Good run. Not to be denied. Brett Nab.
Great play there by Brett Nab. Even better play there by Eddie Swint, not making a block. That would have been a block in the
block. Yes, it would have.
That would have negated that. I love how this team's maturing.
Well, our quarterback's got to be over 100 yards rushing.
So 1st down and 10. Football on the 15-yard line. Knocking on the door. 7:41 remaining. Snap to Nab, looking, cross the middle into the end zone, incomplete, intended for Nasik Smith. Was there, but just low, and Smith couldn't bring it in.
He almost threw it exactly where it needed to be, where no one else could get to it but the receiver.
Yep.
It was just a tad low.
But that's what you like to see in your quarterback. Yeah. Throw it to where only your receiver is going to get it.
Those safeties hanging around, nobody else had a chance at that.
Yep, that was a good throw there by Brett Nab, even though they didn't get the completion. Good route there by Nasik Smith, too.
2nd down and 10. 7 minutes, 30 seconds remaining. Here comes Jeremiah Rillian. Runs to the far side. The
Good
block
gain.
from Smith.
I like that play call there by the offense, Nate Hinkle. That was a good, I don't know, that was really a jet sweep, but still getting it brilliant on the outside. He has really been running. Now we're playing in front of the sticks, third and manageable, check all the boxes. Now they need to definitely in 4-down
Is
territory
it
here.
4th and go, or do you take your one score and put the 3 up?
That's a great point, Coach.
And 3rd down and 2 for the offense. Jeremiah gets 7 or 8. Here comes Knapp. Keeps the football. Stays on his feet. Breaks a tackle.
He didn't get in.
He didn't get in, but he's close to the goal.
There's a bunch of people down.
Yeah. I'll tell you, Nab is a gamer.
He is a gamer. Picks up a 1st down.
The snap was a great, bobbles a little bit, still gets positive yards.
Yeah, he wanted to hand that off.
Yes. But you know what? To his
Another
his football acumen, his football smarts, gets a 1st down there, huge 1st down there. Take that question out of the repertoire of whether you go for it or not. But I think you're right. You kick the field goal.
Either
right?
way, I mean, you take your 3
You
or
gotta take the 3. You need 2.
if you go for it and don't get it, now you've given no chance of points.
You're right, Coach. That's
Nope, got it. No worries.
You got an injury. There's a guy for LVC down on the sideline.
We'll keep it here. 6:42 remaining. 1st and goal. 26-17. You're listening to Eastern University football across the JAKIB Sports Network. Game 3. Game 4, 1 week from today, will bring us up to Coach's neighborhood as we'll be on the road.
Yeah, I could
and
walk
we will be up at Albright for a 12 p.m. kick right here next Saturday across the JAKIB Sports Network. Here we go. 1st and goal on the 1, 26-17.
Similar to Bohannon, I would expect Nab.
Oh,
look at that
reverse.
call.
And he is going to walk into the end zone for a touchdown. Devin Johnson
Fantastic call.
walks into the end zone. Great call. Touchdown, Eastern.
great call there by Nate Hinkle, and then Colin Scott, the co-offensive coordinator, offensive line coach. Wow. Usually you don't get to walk in like that. That is a great play call. Coach, is that one of those plays you make when you're up at 2 in the morning and go, hey, we're going to
Probably. But
dial this
I
up?
mean, the whole
Great
defense
call.
went to follow Nab.
Now, Coach, they're keeping the offense out and going for 2. I don't quite get the call, but
Because now if you don't get it, a field goal only ties you. Take the extra point, go to 24. And now if you get the ball back and kick a field goal, you win the game.
yeah, and I think Coach Crocker calls a timeout, and I think they're going to talk
There's
about
no need
it.
for 2.
It's 26-23 following the touchdown by Johnson. 6:31 remaining. And I get your point. We'll keep it here. We'll see what they ultimately line up to do.
Here's a question for the future.
Or say what he's thinking is you go for 2, and then you kick the field goal for the win.
Well, you won't. You get
the win anyway. You get the win anyway.
Either way, I mean, if you kick the field goal, you win by 1.
Yeah, and here comes number 43, John Nolick, and he's going to come out.
I mean, and if he misses this, we're still you can
points.
tie.
Right.
Then you're
But I'm
shooting for
saying,
overtime.
but if you go for 2, you could have the field goal to win.
Yeah. But if he makes this, the field goal wins.
So Nab
Yes,
will
like-
hold.
exactly.
Nolick will kick. It's
I guess it's a
26-23.
Coin toss.
Yeah, now you have your kicker kick here.
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty solid.
Yep.
Either way, you're a tie situation.
Snap. Nab will hold.
Good
Nab
snap.
down.
Good hold.
Kick from Nolick. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So Nolick converts the extra point, 26-24 right now with 6:31 remaining. We'll pause for a timeout. You're listening to Eastern University football across the JAKIB Sports Network.
I chose Eastern University because there was such a great sense of community.
I chose Eastern University because I could earn my master's in counseling fully online. Because they offer so many teaching certification options.
Because the school nurse certification is only 4 courses.
Because I could get my MBA fully online in 1 year.
Because I'm a working adult and the professors were so supportive. Because of the beautiful campus.
What will be your because? Explore all the reasons to love Eastern University at eastern.edu.
You're listening to Eastern University Football, live across the JAKIB Sports Network. Let's get back to the broadcast with Warren Schmidt, Bernie Nowatarski, and Joe Krause. Let's go Eastern. Let's go EAGLES.
And back here live on the main line, 26-24. Following that touchdown, 6:31 remaining in this football game. I want to say there's a lot of time left on the clock, Coach, but the offenses have been eating up the time, both sides.
It's a lot of running, completions. Yeah, I mean, this half is going way faster than the first half did. Big defensive series, though.
Hey, that's a big special teams play right there. John Nola kicks it high, and the kick.
No return.
Fair catch.
Because they've pretty much been out past the 30 and 40 all day on returns.
Good snap there by Sean McNamara on that extra point as well.
1st and 10, 25-yard line. Bohannon rolling, taking a shot down the field, has his man, pass complete down at the 35-yard line, 34-yard line of Eastern. Oh, my.
I tell you, LBC just
Big
comes back.
Rosner down the side.
Yep, they just come back with big chunk plays after you think they'd be down.
It was an out and up, and again, you got to get your eyes out of the backfield.
41-yard gain on the first snap from the 25, takes them down to the 34. Just like that, 1st down and 10. 5:49 remaining. Now pressure on the defense. Got to come up with a stop in 4-down territory, perhaps. Bohannon hands the football off to Bryant.
The only thing is you would think they can't run the clock down too far from this distance, but it's ticking away.
Devon Bryant gets 4. Call it 2nd down and 6. Kashawn Moody again in on the stop for Eastern. 2nd down and 6. Football on the 31. We're at the 5-minute mark. 4th quarter, 26-24, Lebanon Valley. Need a stop by the defense. Bohannon is going to pitch the football. That's 24, Malachi Williams. It's out close to the 25-yard line. Let's call it the 26. He'll be short of the 1st down. Bring up a 3rd and 1. We'll keep it right here.
Andrew Campbell's down. I think he's going to be okay. It might be just cramps.
Tried to pop right back up, but the trainers have come out. 4:34 remaining. It'll be a 3rd and 1 when play resumes. Football on the 26.
I think he took a helmet to the knee.
Yeah, good to see him get up, walk off on his own without the trainers.
Here's another question for Eric as well. Is there any talk in the future of this stadium getting lights?
I think there has been. I think there's some of the neighbors. I don't see any neighbors here, but people like to complain. But it would be cool to have a night game here or be able to have practices at night too, right? For the kids' schedule.
Well, it also allows your other teams, you can do more games on a game day going into the night. Like if they wanted to play girls and boys soccer, could go all through the night then.
Right.
3rd down and 1. Football on the 26. 3rd down rather. 4 minutes, 10 seconds. Clock on the move. Bohannon snaps the football. You know he's keeping it. He is. He crosses over the 25-yard line. The mark's going to get him to 1st down. 1st and 10. At what point do you go back to your old Philadelphia Soul days, Coach, and let them run the football in so you can get the ball back?
Yeah.
Right? They're going to run and eat this clock.
You said it started at what, around 5:40, and 2 minutes are gone, and they've only moved 7 or 8 yards.
Right. The problem is that creates another two-score
game, which
you
can't
can't
do.
have. So they have to hold these guys to a field goal.
You got to enforce or force a turnover.
So 1st and 10. Bohannon gets the first down. They mark him at the 24. 3 minutes, 20 seconds remaining, fourth quarter action. The pitch is to Deion Bryant, number 22, knocked out of bounds.
I was going to say throwing the ball.
Knocked out of bounds down at the 20-yard line.
I was going to say throwing the ball may be out of the question, but we took a timeout, which now.
I don't know why didn't they rule that out of bounds, Coach?
I don't know.
And they all ended up out of bounds.
He was going forward.
So Eastern takes a timeout. We'll keep it here. We thank everyone for tuning in to Eastern football across the JAKIB Sports Network. Don't forget, coming up our post-game show. We'll recap this afternoon's football game. Fast game here in the center. Fast second half for sure. 3 minutes, 4 seconds remaining. It'll be 2nd down and 5 when play resumes. Down by 2, 26-24 LVC. And again, right back here 1 week from today across the JAKIB Sports Network. Albright on the schedule. We'll talk about that game a little bit in the post-game show. Right now, have to come up with a stop.
Yeah, it comes down to this play on 2nd down. You can't you have to have this 2nd and long or 2nd and where it's at now. If it's 3rd and short,
you got to hang. You got to hang on to your timeout that you have.
Yep.
I expect nothing but the quarterback here.
24 Malachi Williams comes back in, replacing.
Jalen Allen in there. Andrew Campbell was able to come back in because they called a timeout. So it's great to see him not even have to take a play off.
Bohannon on that last carry. Eastern takes another timeout. 3rd and 4.
You realize if they get a first down now, the game's over.
Yeah. So, but they're probably going to run this, right, Coach? There's no way they're throwing this. So
it'd be
stack the box.
It'd be a really gutsy call to throw it, but you'd probably find yourself open because we're thinking 100% run.
I mean, for them, you want to keep the clock running, kind of like what the Eagles were last Monday night. That the clock is your friend now, not your enemy. So for LVC, so I think they want the clock running as well as have Eastern blow all their timeouts.
A field goal for them puts them up 5. I mean, it still doesn't help.
Plus, if Eastern forces them to kick a field goal, Eastern has blocked 2 of their kicks, right?
So they may very well just go for it.
They may just go for it.
3rd down and 4. Football is marked on the 18-yard line. Who's going to make a play?
No, they're in a throwing formation.
Bohannon out of the gun.
The back moved.
They got it. We know it too.
False start, 22, Deion Bryant. 5-yard step off. So 3rd and 4 becomes 3rd and 9. The 18 becomes the 23. Out goes Bryant. In comes Malachi Williams.
Now it most likely turns you into a passing situation.
Need to come up here with a sack. Obviously, the best case scenario would be an incomplete pass. Then you save the timeout.
Home crowd cheering on this defense.
They're going to have to take a timeout. They don't have time to get the play off.
And a timeout now taken by Lebanon Valley. So we're still at 2:49 remaining in this football game. We're still going to keep it here. It's 3rd down and 9. Football on the 23-yard line. Coach, should we expect anything other than the expected of what we've seen all day today?
I think we will see Bohannon roll out. he can go left or right. I'm assuming he'll go to the wide side of the field. If he has a throw that's open, he'll throw it. If not, he's going to tuck it and get as many yards as he can.
What are you calling on defense here?
I'd be in man press and somebody on Bohannon wherever he goes.
I'd have Gashawn Moody on bat. Gashawn, wherever that quarterback goes, go make a play.
In fact, move him up to like an H-back area.
Yeah, because he's playing back in that safety position. But just have him wherever that quarterback goes. Because Gashawn's been on.
And if he does bootleg this way, our corner's got to come up and make a play.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 9. Football on the 23.
It's a direct snap.
Direct snap.
Reverse.
Oh, back the opposite way. Nobody at home. Wide open
Caught him
and
on the same
into
play.
the end zone. And it is a backbreaker touchdown for LVC. A reverse, nobody home. Touchdown, Dutchmen.
I just said if they go bootleg, but if they come backside, your corner's got to be there to make a play.
Yeah, I mean, everyone bid on that. That was just, as Coach and I say sometimes, just a great call by the LVC coaching staff and the execution of the offense in what Eastern's defense was doing.
Tommy Delgado gets the touchdown. Boy, he could have walked in, walked back out, and walked back in again. Touchdown for LVC. Point after, kick up, and the kick is good.
We were offside.
Flag down, 2:39 remaining.
They'll decline it, or unless it goes on the kickoff. But
yeah, that was a backbreaker. That was
not done yet, though.
It's
folks.
not done, but they had it all set up there. Yeah, 3rd and long. You got the penalty, the extra 5 yards, and it probably changed their play call, right, Coach?
oh yeah, like I said, and they went right. I mean, they were rolling right, like
They direct snapped it to the running back.
Yep. So took Bohannon out of it, but they came, with the reverse.
We'll take a short 30-second timeout. LVC has 33. Eastern has 24. 2:39 remaining. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Eastern Eagles football on the JAKIB Sports Network.
I chose Eastern University because there was such a great sense of community.
I chose Eastern University because I could earn my master's in counseling fully online. Because they offer so many teaching certification options.
Because the school nurse certification is only 4 courses.
Because I could get my MBA fully online in 1 year.
Because I'm a working adult and the professors were so supportive. Because of the beautiful campus.
What will be your because? Explore all the reasons to love Eastern University at eastern.edu.
And we're back here live on the campus of Eastern University. You're listening across the JAKIB Sports Network. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in following that touchdown by the Dutchmen to go up 33-24. 33-24, a 9-point lead. And Eastern will get possession of the football where they'll take over 1st down and 10 out at their own 25-yard line.
It was a really good call down there, but regardless, when you play defense, you have to stick to your fundamentals and your rules. And backside end, backside DB, always have to stay backside and not abandon it.
And they both had their heads down pursuing on that. That's going to be a teachable moment.
And as our reverse, LVC did the same thing. Their backside end and backside corner left, and we strolled in for a reverse touchdown.
1st and 10 for Brett Knabb on his own 25. Rolls out, fires to an open receiver, incomplete. 9 out there is Elijah Knowles. That is incomplete. Bring up a 2nd down. 2:24 remaining, 4th quarter.
Good 13 doesn't have real good hands. That was an easy pick.
Yep.
Yeah,
2nd and 10.
Yeah. Send him this route.
Send him down to Coach. Coach will nip him with his fingers. 2nd down and 10 on the 25-yard line. Knabb pass, fires, complete. Smith got it, steps out of bounds.
Way to make the first guy miss. Good gain. Stop the clock. No, I guess not.
Stepped out of bounds just short.
Why doesn't the clock stop? He ran out of bounds. I don't understand the college timing here.
The officials now take a timeout at the 2-minute mark. It's 3rd and 2 from the 33-yard line. Eastern in possession of the football. They trail by 9.
Yeah, this has been a really good college football game, really good MAC conference game. It's, we talked about it before. You're competing, and how far or how many times can the keep say we're just going to compete in this league and not win this league? Was a winnable game. Just how the ball bounces sometimes. It's a learning process, but I will say it's just great to see. I mean, obviously the defense shows up every week, but it's great to see huge strides for this offense moving forward in this season.
Even if they were just chunk plays. I mean, we weren't getting those either, but we had a lot of sustained drives.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 2, football on the 33. 2 minutes remaining in the football game.
There you go. Now you just need a little out.
Nab, high snap, is able to handle it. Pass complete, fires across the middle. Number 9 on the reception, Elijah Knowles. Good for a first down. First and 10 out to the 42-yard line. They set the sticks. Clock starts on the snap. Nab now fires, cross, pass complete. 8 on the end of that reception. Isaiah Guy Bruton. What happened there?
He bobbled it up into the air.
He's not down.
And then turned over, fumbled, recovered, and a touchdown for LVC. And that's going to stand?
I think so. He was on his back, and the ball, he popped the ball up out of his hands.
Coach is challenging it. You have nothing to lose to challenge this. We couldn't really see it. The players are in front of us.
I mean, I saw him hit the ground and pop the ball up out of his hands, and the defender made the play he should, grab the ball and run.
Well, they're not going to look. They're not going to take a look at it.
He brought the red flag out.
Picked it right back up. Kissinger's extra point is good. What a strange play.
And what a shame to have the score look a little bit more lopsided than this game was. That's been a recurring theme too, right, Coach?
Yeah.
I mean, these games have not gotten out of hand like you would think if you saw the final score. It's really a shame. These kids are battling all day. Bad bounce of the ball there. Isaiah Guy Bruton trying to make a play.
This is a 2 to 8 point game.
Yes,
it's 40-24. Guys, I got to tell you, as I'm talking to you and I'm looking at you, to me, I thought he was down.
He was on the ground.
He was on the ground. So, nevertheless, doesn't matter what I think, but that's what I saw. But nevertheless, it is a touchdown for LVC.
Now,
I just don't know why aren't they reviewing the play? Why when Coach Crocker does the review, they don't?
Could we
review
not challenge it because we don't have a timeout left?
You can't challenge if you don't have a timeout.
So we don't have a timeout
Okay, so you
left.
can't challenge it. Yep.
So we can't challenge it.
You can't challenge it.
So now 40-24. And as you mentioned, Coach, that score up on the board right now does not indicate what this game was or how it played out today.
Yeah, this is a 2 point to 8 point game.
High, big, booming kick by Lebanon Valley. Eastern's going to get possession of the football again. Johnson runs out to the 26-yard line where they'll take over first down and 10. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in and listening to and watching the JAKIB Sports presentation of the Eastern Eagles football game today. Don't forget, coming up, our post-game show across the network. We'll bring you inside the booth
The other sideline definitely knew they were in a game today.
Absolutely. And their fans.
Yep.
1st and 10, 129 remaining. Nab, the quarterback. Offense comes out. Football to Jeremiah Villian. He's got room, 35-yard line out to the 37-yard line.
And you said it earlier too, Warren. This was a good, exciting college football game.
Good
Really
for
good
a
game.
first down. Villian gets 10. They move the sticks. 1st and 10, right back up to the line of scrimmage. Out to the 37-yard line. 1st down and 10. 1:15 now remaining in the football game. Snap the Nab. Here comes Jeremiah again. Gets close to the 40-yard line. 2nd down. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7 at the 1 minute mark.
Hey, Coach, what you always want to see is, what do you want to see? You want to see improvement. And I think this offense really has made some strides today, and confidence builder. We're only in week 3 here. We're going to week 4 next week. But hopefully they take that as a progression and take that into the future of the season here.
Well, you can't win college football. You can't win any football games with 4 turnovers. But
Here comes Jeremiah, 3rd straight
there was
carry.
a whole lot of good stuff that took place.
Stays on his feet, gets out over midfield to the 48-yard line. Good for a first down. 1st down and 10, 28 seconds remaining. Clock stops for a moment.
He might be over 100 yards as well.
There might be 2 guys over 100 yards in this game for Eastern.
I mean,
44 at the half. 1st and 10, football on the 49. Last possession of the game for Eastern. They trail 40-24.
Face mask.
Jeremiah again banging through, crosses over the 35-yard line, down to the 33-yard line. Good for a first down. They stop the clock with 10 just to reset the sticks. 1st down and 10. Football on the 33-yard line.
At least get a playoff.
Nab will get his final play here. We'll see what he does.
Or not.
Clock now moves. Will he get a snap in? I believe he will. Final play of the game. Nab dropping. Hit. Has to scramble. Almost lost the football.
I like it, though. They were going to throw it downfield.
You know, Coach, I love that. Last week they didn't do that.
No.
I love this week that they did. Great game.
And that's going to bring to a close your final score, LVC 40, Eastern 24. We'll be along with the JAKIB Sports postgame show with the coach and my partner, Warren Schmidt. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Keep it there. We'll be back with our postgame show back in a moment.
Because there was such a great sense of community.
I chose Eastern University because I could earn my master's in counseling fully online. Because they offer so many teaching certification options.
Because the school nurse certification is only 4 courses.
Just a 30, guys. Stand by.
Because I'm a working adult and the professors were so supportive. Because of the beautiful campus.
What will be your because? Explore all the reasons to love Eastern University at eastern.edu.
And we're back here live over on Radnor Road on the campus of Eastern University, along with my partner, Warren Schmidt. I'm Joe Krause, and we bring you up into the booth. Boy, a disappointing way that game ended, but a pretty exciting game to call. With at times some strange plays that were difficult to convey to the listening audience. I don't know if that's me or if that's just how it played out, including that final touchdown.
Yeah, and that in the 2 drives of the 3rd quarter. I mean, those 2 drives took all but 21 seconds of the quarter up, and a whole lot happened in those 2 drives.
Yeah, it's just, again, it's just a great college game. Unfortunately, the final score is not reflective of how close this game was. LV shaking the Eastern guys' hands. I'm sure their athletic director's like, hey, we are not scheduling those guys next year for our homecoming game. Just because this team is getting close. The offense really took a huge stride today in how they played. Obviously, defense came up big, and special teams, Greg Nolick and Brian and those guys really had a good game.
Guys,
Really
we bring
good
our, we
game.
bring our viewing, our listening audience up into the box. Burns, see if you can sneak around. Warren, you tighten up.
plenty
And
of court.
Burns got, you sit here. You're good. Bernie will come up and stand in behind us if he will.
I got
We
plenty of
bring the listening audience, and we thank everybody for tuning in. We bring you inside the box. Joe Krause, Warren Schmidt, and of course, the coach, Bernie Nowatarski. The final score was 40-24, and the first three games of the regular season, the 2024 season, comes to a close. This 3-game stretch where all of the games played here at the new stadium, each game had a little bit of a different feel to it. Certainly, Coach, this one felt different all the way in late into that fourth quarter, where, again, this is a good Lebanon Valley College football team, and we were right there in this football game.
Yeah, 26-24 with, about 6 minutes left. Unfortunate turnover at the end doesn't really, reflect what the score and the game really was. But they knew they were in a game. Again, 4 turnovers. I mean, you still got to look at the obvious things. 4 turnovers is a lot to overcome. But the offense, markedly better. Defense is on the field a lot. They've couple problems at corner. We've got to get our eyes out of the backfield. But other than that, of the 3 home games, this was their most solid.
We talk to Coach Crocker every Thursday here on the JAKIB Sports Network, Warren, and we talked to Coach this week. We talked a lot about what they needed to do to win this football game. And if you go back and listen to the coach's show, which airs every Thursday, if you go back and listen to that interview with Coach Billy Crocker, everything identified happened here today when this game played out.
It's amazing when you talk to Coach about what he was talking about on Thursday and how it translates into today and into the game. He says compete all the time, that I want my team to compete, but I want them to learn how to win. Today, as Coach said, and you said too, Krause, this was a winnable game. And this is what going to sting a little harder than last week in the first week. Because this, at the end of the game, you can't just say, hey, we're in it. They were in it till the end of this game. And then it just got away from everything, away from everybody with the final score. But Lev Val, when they get on those buses, they're going to, hey, we're lucky we're a veteran team and we won this game because Eastern was in it the whole time. I love how the offense has progressed this week and didn't regress. And the defense is always there. And special teams, I thought, played really well today.
Let me ask Coach B about the what he was able to see in this game today. I think for the second straight week, Widener, of course, a week ago, and in the Dutchmen today, you see a team or an opponent that all of a sudden in the game becomes very concerned about Eastern. They're either slow in the football, they're either slowing the game down as Widener did a week ago. And here, LVC, again, they hung 37 on Stevenson a week ago. And I'm not looking for small victories. I'm just trying to state what reality was. I think it was a good football game played for the most part by the Eastern Eagles.
Yeah. I mean, you take especially the last turnover that results in a score that makes it look like it's lopsided, which, to me, is 26, 24, 33, 26 is about the limit of what this game really was. A veteran team who knows how to win did what they had to at the end of a game, and a young team who's learning got close as they can be, but still have to learn how to take that next step to go into the win column against a veteran team.
1 week from today, right back here on the JAKIB Sports Network, you'll find the game from Reading as we as the team travels to Albright. We travel to Albright right as well. 0-3, 0-2 in the MAC. Got to make it right, Warren, next week. We got to get into the win column next week. We've got to go up the turnpike, and we got to get a W.
Well, absolutely. And last year at Franklin Field, those were 2 Eastern wins against the 2 Reading teams. So obviously it's a winnable game. It just stings that if they would have beaten Lev Val, that's a signature win. That's like beating Stevenson.
You're sending a message into the MAC.
You're saying like that's a shot across the bow message that Eastern is for real, and they are for real. when you look at this whole game tape and the whole body work, they just need to limit those little things. Like after you get a big play and you score, you have to have a shutdown 3 and out. And they didn't have that. Lebanon, again, really good quarterback, did everything he needed to do to help Lebanon win. But they knew they were in a game the whole time. Their coaching staff knew they were in a game the whole time. But Coach Crocker's not telling those guys, hey, moral victories. But we got to go out to Reading and get a real victory.
That's the way we normally end the broadcast. Let me get it right from the coach. Coach Crocker's in addressing the troops right now. What's he saying?
It was in our grasp, and we've got to cut the mistakes out. You cut the mistakes out, there's a W on the board instead of an L.
That's going to do it for this live broadcast across the JAKIB Sports Network. We thank everyone, of course. Glad to bring you inside the booth with my partner, Warren Schmidt. And, of course, Coach B will be right back here next week, 1 week from today. Warren and Coach, great stuff by you today. You can go out to the parents' tailgate out in the parking lot. I understand you received an invitation to attend.
So they're starting to do all these new things, which is really cool. And that's the parents buying into the program as well. And they're setting up a tailgate. They're going to set it up every week. They set up pregame and then postgame and then have food for all the.
I couldn't help but wonder when Brett Knabb was on the move for his 75-yard touchdown run. I couldn't imagine. I was thinking about his father and wondering if he was calmly watching or if he was screaming for that run. It was a great, great run.
As a parent of a football player,
he was up and running. He was out of control, right?
You're out of control because there's nothing better than when your kid does well on any field. But what Brett did, and I mean, he's one of the, you can't have favorite sons, right, or favorite kids on TV. He's a deserving team captain. The other team captains are totally deserving as well. But just to see him do that, and what Coach said, he outran defensive backs. So it was just great to see him make plays, and that's what you want to see in your playmaker. And that offense just taking a good progression. They just need to move that into the next week, and all the good things they did, they need to remember that and do it on the field next week.
If you're watching across our social media platforms, don't forget to like and subscribe. You'll get alerts all week on Eastern content that we create and post, including a post from our halftime guest today, a very special conversation with Amanda Ruler. If you missed it, look for it. We're going to post it up on social media. She is incredible, and she is the future of women's flag football, which starts at Eastern in March of 2025. So we're very excited about it. That's going to do it for our live show today on JAKIB Sports. On behalf of all of our viewers and listeners tuning in, and on behalf of the coach, Coach B, and of course my partner, Warren Schmidt, I'm Joe Krause. See you next time, everybody.
First.